this link out. Hello, you are live. Hello.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
Although it hasn't popped up on YouTube yet. There it is. There it is.
There it is.
There it is. All right. Tweet. Jerry. I just noticed Jerry Stackhouse.
Jerry Stackhouse. Oh man, that's gonna be this Friday's gonna be fun.
So it's Thursday.
Oh yeah, Thursday.
Are you gonna go to the boat?
I think I'm gonna go for a little bit. So when I hung out with my cousins there, they were like, "Hey, you want to come?" Like, because they took off on Friday, so I may kick it at the boat for a bit, then go hang out with them, just kind of depending on how it goes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
For sure.
but
Yeah,
I'll definitely.
I'm probably gonna go early Thursday with Sanford and just let it rip.
Let it rip. Sick. Who's
And
all gonna be there? Just Seth and Nick
Seth,
Bennon.
yeah, a lot of old Pike people. Steve
Nice.
Von Gerlachter.
Oh yeah, we talked about that
Yeah,
last time.
but
Yeah.
it should a bunch of people that I haven't seen in a very long time.
Sick. Yeah, no, I'll have to at least pop in for a little bit and see what happens from there.
By the way, are you picking up any sort of echo?
Yeah, and yours, yeah,
It's this room. Like this room has so that's why
it's
like
empty.
yeah,
It's empty.
obviously when we get to the point of trying to record in person, we'll try and soundproof the fuck out of
yeah,
this.
yeah, or just having more furniture in there.
Yeah, I mean, there's just boxes on the floor, but yeah, I mean, I could just hear the echo a little bit, so
yeah.
it's pretty.
Oh yeah,
pretty
I can
funny.
too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, let me get this.
But yeah, like I said, I'll probably, I may say hey to my cousins first, then head your all's way, or I don't know what order I'll do it in, but it'll be in some order.
Yeah, I assume you got school, right?
No, on Friday.
No, Thursday is when we're going.
Oh, I do. Yeah, but I get off I'll be back in town like at 5 or between 5 and 6.
No, we're going Thursday.
Thursday during the day,
all into the eve, like all night, basically.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's going to be an all day affair.
Oh my lord!
Seth got rooms and shit. So
oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's what I've done with MB a few times.
Yeah, so I think we're going at like noon and just fucking letting it rip.
Sick. Well, yeah. Then I'll have to pop. Like I said, if I pop by, it'll be in the evening at some point. But
pop by,
yeah. Burger.
Okay. I'm sending this to the chats now.
Here, let me get my pen out so I know where to start this.
Yeah. Tino time. Shit, I need to get back to that guy because I think I'm doing something with him like March, sometime at the end of March.
Yeah, I need to get back to the main event. Mark's guy is like only off like literally from 10 until 6. So like
yeah, I saw that.
Are on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So I'll figure something out. Maybe I could do it with him over spring break since the next Attack on Titan won't come out till.
Oh yeah.
Like,
did the new season just start?
Well, there's only 2 more episodes left, and each of them are an hour long. And they showed the first one the Saturday after the party, and then the second one is coming in the fall. And then then they'll be done.
All right. Let me just pop this on Instagram real quick. We're almost up to 400 followers on Instagram, which it was under 300 probably like 4 months ago.
Wow. So just make it
yeah, I mean, just posting and following people, and yeah, it's been decent.
Making some good headway.
You gotta love some headway.
Yeah, and then I called the WCW match craptastic.
Yeah, I think I said hilariously awful.
Hilariously awful. All right. Next
link. No, not twitter.com. Fuck. Oh, I linked the tweet.
Oh no.
Hold on. I still have YouTube up. I love whoever's watching right now is just watching this.
Yeah. Just watching this
mess.
Silly shit.
Fuck. I just keep fucking up. Whoa, what happened there?
I pulled up our YouTube thing just to see if it was all
Okay.
working. And
I'm like, what
us talking.
the? Yeah. Link, come on. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we can just do it. I need to switch to BBB here. Oh my gosh, we're so close.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What do these do? Oh yeah, this is when we go above our things right here. Actually, look, this doesn't actually look the worst. If we were to do it like that, that
It's
actually
just
looks
so-
kind of cool.
Yeah, it is a little close in, but yeah, it's not a little translucent.
Yeah, with all that. This looks bad. Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
No, yeah, the translucent part of it is kind of neat.
Yeah.
What did he do? I guess he used that big checkered background.
Okay, I'm ready. All right.
There we go.
All right. Welcome to the Brain Buster Boys, episode 100, part 2, with an echo. My name is Brett Jagger, along with the man, Beaumont, MF'n Rand.
I went from the I guess I ended up as the man last time, like Becky Lynch, because
just
I
get
was
you there early.
The legend, the myth, because it usually goes the man, the myth, but
yeah,
I've kind of gone backwards or in circles here,
Oh.
So
yeah. Well, how are you? Even though I just saw you, 12, not too long ago.
No, I'm good. I've just had some allergies. I'm trying to shake. I'm sure I sound very different than I do on the first. I'm curious to see what that sounds like.
Well, and I've got this echo now because I'm recording at my new house in Louisville.
Yeah.
We are officially in the same city now, which is very exciting.
We haven't changed our location of our Twitter handle.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, I guess we could do that. Yeah.
Broadcast, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Evening, gentlemen. Here, I actually have something that looks like what you have, but a grenade.
Excellent. Thank you, Tom, as always. Good to see you. Good to hear from you.
Yeah.
But yeah, this will hopefully be the room we record in person together here in the near future once we can figure out some soundproofing and in-person equipment, I guess, because the equipment that we used to record on, over 2 years ago now, did not belong to us and we were borrowing it. So we'll figure some shit out. But even though we are not physically together right now, it is nice to be in the same city. And so obviously this is part 2 video wise, we are going to be releasing the audio probably of both parts combined, mega episode, probably by Friday, if not maybe Thursday, but at the end of this week. We had some fun last night together in person, editing like the old school days.
So you've if you're watching on YouTube, you haven't heard that. If you're listening on a podcast streaming platform,
have heard that.
you're knee deep in that shit. So
and we're not even done with it yet, but that was a very fun, very old school BBB, throwing in a lot of sound effects and the lot, but looking forward to getting that a good time. Done. And so we're back, episode 100, part 2, week 2. We figured we'd just stretch this out, and I mean I specifically have been very busy with moving and tying up everything up there, that it's like, you know what, let's not rush and just do this all in one night, because we wanted to bring some people on as well, which we will be doing later. So that's why last week we decided to do Revolution in our first 50 episodes, and then tonight, second 50 guests. Sorry, go ahead.
I had a student come up to me today for one of the classes I teach and be like, do you produce the Brain Buster Boys? I was like, yes, I do.
That's so tight.
Yes, I do. One of them is, they've done the research. They found out.
Yeah.
And if they're watching right now, it felt pretty cool. And well, basically I assigned both of my classes for their final project a podcast, because I was like, I kind of wanted to do something different. And when you teach English and you get to, or any writing class really, and you get to the end of the semester, like some teachers will be like, we're going to have you write a 10-page paper. And like A, from a student's perspective, that sucks to write.
Yeah.
And B, from a teacher's perspective, that especially sucks to write, especially at the end of the
And
spring
degrade,
semester.
right?
Oh yeah, degrade. Sorry.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that especially sucks because it's really nice outside at the end of the year, you know, and it's like, I don't know. I was actually talking to one of my colleagues today, and she kind of agreed with me. So that's why I've always done sort of a multimedia project. And I
Yeah.
literally have asked both classes. I'm like, yo, I know how to do this. I'll teach you to use. I'm going to have them use Audacity, which is
Okay.
free and stuff. And I
Yeah.
was
So
like,
what's like the actual project? Are you having them like record something and
yeah,
like
yeah.
edit, like put out an episode, so to speak?
Yeah.
Nice.
The sophomores are doing one about like a STEM research topic that they wrote a research proposal for their Unit 3 paper. So any sort of STEM related issue.
Yeah.
And they're chosen because each of the students at iLead Academy have a pathway, is what's called that. So it's
Ooh.
engineering or biomed. It's kind of like hybrid college and
Like a
high school.
major, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like a hybrid. It's like a college tinged high school experience, and
Yeah.
then the freshmen, their class is a little bit more like a classic high school English class where there's books and stuff, and I'm gonna have them do sort of like a movie review kind of thing, but connected to STEM issues.
You should make it one of the big ticket movies.
I should, yeah, definitely one of the top.
Review The Meg.
Oh no, what if I gave them a list of it's like the Meg, Star Wars Episode 1.
What are
Actually,
all
I
those, like,
actually like with
Equalizer?
the equal. I think them with their sense of humor, I think they would really kind of vibe with that. I think ultimately, whenever I don't know, I think actually they would like that.
What were some of the Gerard Butler movies?
San Andreas. No, that's The Rock.
I feel like he was always in
Oh,
those.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. Oh,
Yeah.
not him, but Ready Player One.
Yeah, of
a
course.
common Turner Tarp film.
Oh yeah, then there's that. There's what was the one with Rock and Kevin Hart?
Oh, fucking Central Intelligence.
Central Intelligence. Yeah.
What did I mix that up with once upon a time?
Oh, FBI. I don't know.
I don't remember. Something
Yeah.
else.
Then we had Back to the Future that song us away.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Santa's sleigh.
Santa's. Oh yeah. But yeah, I think yeah. No, but then like after I, was like, hey, we're doing a podcast. I think one of them like had that in the holster. They like found that out because like they've talked about like Googling my name. They're like, oh, this stuff comes up and you publish this thing. And I'm like, yeah, but yeah, one of them just kind of actually took the plunge. So
did he say he listened
it's
to
a she,
it?
a she.
Oh, she.
It's
Sorry.
a she. Yeah,
My bad,
yeah.
Did she
I don't know.
listen to it?
I told them it was like, like I can't like I always tell them the same stuff like about like rated R stuff because these kids are like not 18 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like not school appropriate. This is what Bo does on his adult time.
Yeah.
So like I like threw that out there just so people wouldn't be surprised if they tuned into like a Greg Goldman episode.
Yeah.
Or
Fuck
whatever.
Philly.
Yeah. So yeah, but no, I like it was a really cool moment. So
hell yeah.
So yeah, that
London Has Fallen.
London. It was London, not Olympus.
Yeah.
But they're all in that same crappy
For
lineage,
sure. For sure. Well, hey, do you want to go ahead and just pick up where we left off last week with so for those who like we said, the audio version is not out yet, but for the YouTube version is, and we were live last week. So for those who did catch it, we had a great time going through episodes 1 to 50 based on the logo grid that you made, the beautiful logo grid that you made, I must add, with all technically 100 of our logos prior to this because we had episode 0 mixed in there.
Yeah.
So, you want to get back to it?
Yeah, let's get back to it. Let me.
Go ahead.
I'm pulling it up here on my phone so I can see it. And we stop with 50, which is that. Oh wow! So we get into the Bengals ones.
Yeah. So 50 was 30 years of Put That Cigarette Out, which you heard a little go, put that cigarette out song earlier in the audio version. But yeah, so we start episode 51, February 1st, 2022.
Yeah.
The Bengals are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And Man, I don't really remember what we talked about. Did we even talk about wrestling on that?
Let's
I'm sure
see.
we did.
So
Yeah.
I've got the episodes. I'll kind of follow. Yeah, we did actually. So we looks like we did about 30 minutes to open about the Bengals, and then it
Hmm.
was Royal Rumble, that shitty Royal Rumble 2022
Oh
last
yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah,
And then AEW Beach Break, which, if you recall, was like out in the fucking Cleveland in the snow in
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
January
that's right.
for no reason. I
No.
remember they had Powerhouse Hobbs and Starks like do some promo by the lake, and they just had like tight coats on and whatnot. But
Yeah.
anywho, yeah, I mean, even though obviously the Bengals proved this year that they're legit, didn't go to the Super Bowl, but one step away. Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
top 3 quarterback in the league.
Uh-huh.
Going back to last year, definitely still pretty surreal that all happened really out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, really out of nowhere, coming off of us having COVID and like just being thrust into that like 2 week build that was just. I mean, we've made this episode and then the next two, which we'll talk about. And then watching the Super Bowl, and then just being thrust into the year, quite frankly.
Yeah,
This is what it was. Like, what a beginning to last year. Like it was such a whirlwind, but in a good way.
no
Hard
doubt.
to hard, like both. It seems both like a long time ago and not very long ago. Both
Yeah,
of those things.
for sure, for sure. And yeah, so once that happened, we decided let's dedicate the show, the next few episodes to this Bengals run because we hadn't won a playoff game in 30 years, let alone made the
Hmm.
Super Bowl. So it's like, might as well enjoy this. So,
Exactly.
I worked for the Bengals full time as an intern for 2 years and have still worked all the home games. So I tapped into some of those connections and we got a couple of guests. First, Tabari McCoy, who
Hmm.
also is a local Cincinnati comedian and a guy that I've worked Bengals games with for a decade. Very funny guy. Talked about obviously just Bengals history and some of his comedy
Hmm.
career as well. And I
Yeah.
can't remember if I told you, but I did end up getting to see him live.
Oh, did you really? When?
And
When?
end of last year, maybe like
Where was
November
he?
ish.
Where was he at?
Some club, I can't remember, Go Bananas, I think it's called, up
Yeah.
in Cincinnati. But
Oh
yeah, it
hell
was
yeah!
a great time. And
It does
yeah,
sound like a good time.
he's a good dude, and was happy he was able to come on.
Yeah, for sure. No, I enjoy talking to him. Um, like I said, unique take on the Bengals thing. Him and Jack Brennan. I mean,
Yes,
like that was just a cool, just you know.
1-2 punch.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I was about to say that, but I was like,
Yeah.
do I have any better way? But they are a good 1-2 punch.
Yeah, and so
Well,
yeah, episode 53, Bengals Bonanza Part 2 with Jack Brennan, who was the Bengals PR director for about 30 years. He covered the team as a newspaper writer for several before that, and frankly, a mentor to me, a guy who was my boss for a couple of years and just one of my favorite people in this world. So that was just, great for me personally to have him on and talk about just having Bengals history and nuggets and all that sort. He's certainly got it all, but a
yeah.
very interesting guy he is.
Yeah, very especially like this reminded me because like doesn't Marvez know him? Like
Yeah, they're really good friends.
they're really
Yeah,
good friends. Yeah, and you can tell that.
yeah,
But yeah,
that
this
old
reminded me of
school newspaper kind of
yeah,
mentality.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and like the stories behind stuff like it
yes,
reminded me of the Marvez interview where we got those
absolutely. I mean, they
AEW
even
level
kind of talk
stories
the
on that.
same. Like they'll call each other Chief and
Really,
Sarge and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, good.
military ranks.
Yeah. And then episode 54, we figured we'd stick with it, and we entitled that one "The Bengals Almost Won the Super
That
Bowl." And
was in Kevin Heath's kitchen right there. Yeah.
oh yeah, that
Oh,
that
that's what he
wonderful
said.
picture. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What a night.
We also addressed the shocking Cody Rhodes news and what it meant for the pro wrestling landscape.
Oh, that was when that happened.
So that's when he left. Yeah, this was February 17th, 2022 is when we put that out. So
Hmm.
interesting now, just over a year later, he's main eventing WrestleMania and likely going to end Roman Reigns' 900 plus day streak. So I think he made the right decision.
Yeah, it seems like he did. Like, especially like for him to like go from where we were at to this, like pretty gosh dang impressive.
Allergy boy over there.
I know, man. Like the cough hadn't been around all day. It wasn't around at school.
Yeah.
Like it held back, but
usually I'm the one nasally and coughing and all that. But
yeah, well, role reversal.
And then, okay, we get out of the Bengals, episode 55, NBA Jam, the book, the interview. I can't remember, how did we, I think it was you initially found him, right? Rayon Ali was his name. Great dude. Was right up the road from me in Columbus, Ohio. Obviously, I'm a little further now, but I can't remember what was the genesis of, the connection with him. Did you just DM him, or what do you remember?
Well, it was some sort of tweet I liked, and then I saw his account, NBA Jam the book. What's that? I clicked it.
Yeah.
And just saw what he was all about and was like, holy crap, this is really cool. And then I just kind of reached out because I don't know if he said anything about, no, he didn't say anything about wrestling, but I was just sort of like, hey man, like I feel like this is something that we could have on our show. It's cool that you have a book. Would you like to come on, promote the book, talk about what you do? Yep. And he was like, sure, and I like wrestling. And then we came to find out that he's a huge
fan. Yeah, he had mentioned some random 1995 WWF pay-per-view. And then once we got him on, what did he grew up in China? Was that what it was? So he would only get
in Pakistan. Pakistan, I believe.
Yeah, way off. I think he was talking about like NBA in China, but
and he would get like videotapes or whatever.
Yeah. But he was a great guy. Great interview.
Yeah, the intersection of NBA Jam and just like wrestling culture and Mortal Kombat. Like it was neat seeing how all that was sort of a Venn diagram,
For sure.
Like all that was
90s,
part of the
in the 90s era.
Yeah. And all that, they were not only influences, but they were part of the DNA of the game and the playing experience. And I thought that was like I didn't know that would synthesize with so much stuff as well as it did.
Yeah. And also, I mean, the book was very interesting. Well, and I think he talked about, various wrestling arcade games in well. So
yeah. You good? Hello? All right, well, I think we cut out. We got our first cut out. Hey. You come to have your brain busted. So did I. Big Dick Brett and the Beautiful Blow. Does that mean I don't have a big dick? Huh? Need my question answered better. I do.
Oh,
there we are. I can see you. Yeah.
Jeez, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. You should have seen my little interlude.
I could see you. I could see you the whole time. I just knew I wasn't popping up. But yes, with Big Dick Brett and the Beautiful Bow. So Matt,
why don't I have a big dick?
Yeah, and am I not beautiful? Am I so hideous to you? Just kidding. You're the man.
I'll have to let Tim look down my pants too.
Woo! Love it. Sorry about that little. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll just clock our time here and
we were cruising right along. Yeah, I thought, in the new place here, the internet wasn't the best before I popped on, but it was working.
I'll use this as an opportunity to play a hilarious song in editing. Like a band, whatever.
We've got plenty of them. Plenty of them. But let's keep it rolling. Episode 56, specifically devoid of a bad time, Impact, Sacrifice, and AEW Revolution. A very, very fun episode / weekend where we got to meet, podcasting friends in the real life, as our good friend High Five Tom likes to call it, the real. But Derek and Micah from specifically Devoid came to Louisville for the Impact Sacrifice show, and then we watched AEW Revolution together last year.
Yeah.
So that was a ton of fun, and Bo is wearing the Toxic Micah t-shirt right now. And we are hoping to have both of those gentlemen join us here in a little bit. But yeah, wonderful. You can find that on prowrestlingtees.com. And we're still waiting on our royalties. Michael.
Yeah, idiot.
Episode 57, Trevor. Trevor Kelsey, he's a producer of Louisville's 96.1 Big X Radio on the Mike Rutherford show. Big wrestling fan as well. We even saw him sitting front row at the Dynamite in Lexington, Kentucky when we were there about a month and a half ago. So
yeah.
But yeah, just a lifelong wrestling fan, local Louisville sports scene. But yeah, he was definitely a very fun guy to talk to, and someone hopefully we'll be able to mix it up with again now that I'm down here.
Yeah, hopefully so, because again, big wrestling fan. I know his Birds lost, but yeah, that was again like a good 1-2 punch of interviews with Mike and Derek in the middle. Lord, what a few weeks for us, because we went from putting that cigarette out all the way through this. And then we have this Tuesday in Texas.
Yeah, which we had been trying to do, I feel like. Since before the Bengals portion, right? I think how I had just mentioned, or we were watching a show and the name This Tuesday in Texas was mentioned, and you're like, This Tuesday in Texas. I remember you just started cracking up.
Well, and another funny thing I read, it was apparently the death of pay-per-views like that. Like these hour-long pay-per-views that WWF would kind of
on a Tuesday.
Would throw out there. Like apparently it had such bad ratings that they were like, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah, bit of a flop, but a very fun show, which was the culmination of the snake biting Macho Man Randy Savage and Jake the Snake Roberts hitting Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Oh, fun stuff. And then that rolled right into episode 59, Alleged Centerfolds, which was from WrestleMania 8, which was like 3 months after that show. The Savage Ric Flair match, which I've mentioned many a times, is like one of the matches I remember as a kid that got me into it. Granted, I wasn't watching at the time in 92 because I would have been 4 or 5, but that WrestleMania 8 was a video we rented from Blockbuster multiple times.
Nice.
And just that match specifically had always stuck with me. So that was a fun one to do. And obviously just a lot of hilariousness with Mr. Perfect, Flair, Bobby Heenan, the whole crew from Put That Cigarette Out. But we also, this episode had St. Peter's beating John.
Oh, good up
the Cats. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Our first thing is St. Peter's in the NCAA tournament. So hopefully we'll be saying the same about Providence and Ed Cooley here in a few days.
Yeah. A cool...
Since our 4-28 Louisville Cardinals aren't here. Although we're getting some recruits now.
Yeah, getting some recruits, but who knows?
We'll see. There was also a Star Trek and Zwan report on there as well.
Huh.
Episode 60, WrestleMania was good.
Yeah, that was fun. I like this picture too. I mean, that was the whole Pat McAfee.
The McAfee,
Fun weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Very much so. Another fun one here, and someone else who we'll hopefully be seeing here in a little bit. Episode 61, AEW versus WWE, a fantasy booking spectacular.
With Timmy.
With Tim King. Yeah, this was shortly after I had met him. And I'm like, this guy's the man. We shared a lot of the same opinions on wrestling, and hell, ever since then he's been my guy, and got to spend time with him in Chicago for Forbidden Door as well as plenty of others. But this was a lot of fun. I think one of your matches ended at Beef O'Brady's, right?
Oh yeah. The one that's right across from the stadium. Yeah. They didn't sponsor us as people were want to believe.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I had tried to. It looks like Ritter's comments just popped through.
Talking more about her genitalia.
I'll get to it in a second, but I had a point there, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, wow. Here's what Ritter said. Tim hasn't told me about you, just Brett. Fair. Well, there was a picture that weekend where I was leaned back and my shorts were tight and you could see my bulge. So that's really how it started. Mm-hmm. Here we go. I don't know if it's big, but it's clearly manscaped, Bo.
It is clearly manscaped, but I need to use that lawnmower here soon.
I'll admit I'm someone who wasn't much of a. I don't shave my pubes too often, but didn't need to trim more. But yeah, I'll admit I hadn't used the lawnmower too much, but I gave myself a nice shaving down there. And it's great.
Oh, it is great. It is great. Just don't go too low, or it'll look like you have a turkey between your legs. You know, like a turkey. Oh man.
Oh, that's very funny. But I still haven't used the beard trimmer yet, but I look forward to it because it's definitely better than my shitty old one. So
yeah.
Episode 60-2, Sammy and Tay go away.
Sammy and Ty go away. Yeah.
Go away.
This one in that weird green like background.
Yeah.
It just looks so bizarre.
I know. I think this was like one of those episodes where it's like we just have to kind of come up with a name based on something we talked about. And that was the time where they were just pissing everybody off.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm okay with Sammy again. I mean, that's the thing. They were so in the forefront for so long while all that shit was happening that now they've kind of just faded a little more to the background. And frankly, those two haven't been on TV together nearly as much. It's mostly been just like Sammy with the Jazz and specifically like he and Garcia together. So, hey, we'll get to 69 here in a second, sir. But you weren't.
No, you were channel 72, weren't you?
Oh,
no. That's the one where Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
63, all if you recall. This was a fun one, kind of, obviously.
No. He was on Antonio Inoki. Thank you for the fan fiction. That's him.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I don't believe that was all if you recall, was it?
No. That was separate. But that's 63, all if you recall. So we had a few different guests come on and we reviewed a different old match. So we had our first experience with old Kevin Rogue from the year of Duke and Rogue, which he'll be back here in a bit. Not tonight, but I mean in an episode that we'll be discussing. We did the AJ Styles versus Minoru Suzuki with our good friend Azar, and then Ring of Honor, Samoa Joe versus Kenta Kobashi with High Five Tom. And I think I'm actually going to be reviewing that on his show here in a couple of weeks as well. So
this was the precursor to our Foursquare logo. This is like the prototype of it.
I feel like there was an earlier one too that I forgot to mention or that we didn't bring up last night that was kind of like that as well. But okay, episode 64, and this is still happening. TBS is disrespecting the TNT title.
We had When I'm 64. Is that Wardlow?
No, that's Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky.
Season, which he has been nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's gone. He doesn't exist.
He gone. Okay, we need to get through. We can just talk about the 49ers match when people come on because I'm sure people have seen it. But Episode 65, first trimester 2022 favorite matches. I mentioned Azar, who's my buddy that we track and rate matches, and we get real marky and talk about.
Is this a social security card? Oh, is this Elvis's social security? Yeah. No, wait a minute.
Why was that for 65?
I don't senior citizen maybe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I guess it probably came up in the intro, and we're like, let's throw the social security card in there. But another Foursquare here, although not really. I guess they're kind of rectangles, but
a big progenitor of it.
Yeah. Okay, 66. You said this was the one that at first wasn't on the grid. It's MJF's world, and we're all just living in it. Which is
with the New York Islanders and Long Island.
Yep.
All of our MJF stuff is always really orange looking, like the Cincinnati photo.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, like his like style, just like there's an orange glow to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No,
67. This was a hoot. Jack Donnie's bachelor party.
Yeah.
Which we came up with the idea when we were not sober and did not really plan for it at all.
No.
And we were just kind of, that was a late hit on the button there. But we were just kind of going with it and ended up a ton of fun. So who we got? Jack Tunney, Ric Flair, Mean Gene,
Jimmy Carter,
Don Cherry, Vince McMahon, and Gorilla Monsoon. And we played through the hypothetical scenario that was or would have been WWF President Jack Tunney's bachelor party.
At what age? Did we ever establish how old he was for this?
I don't know.
I mean, I think we only know Jack Tunney when he's in his like 60s.
Yeah, I think we might have said it was then, like he was getting remarried or something. But
yeah.
Anyhow, episode 68, time to max out your credit card, TK. So I guess this was all
after Forecastle because of Popeye.
Oh yeah. Yep, Forecastle was in here. But that was, I guess, MJF's comeback and the debut on the West Coast. So
yep. Yes.
But 69, the definitive BBB character power rankings. So
yeah.
This was fun, kind of just talking, again, kind of what we're doing right now, but more specifically to like the storyline episodes that we've done once upon a time. Kind of going through and ranking all of our different characters. I think, it was Greg and Vince. We both had 1 and 2.
Yeah. Greg or Hoagie. I think Hoagie.
Oh, yeah. Those were definitely the top 3, though, for sure.
They were. Oh, yeah, unquestionably.
Yeah, good stuff. And more character stuff to come.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Episode 70, Forbidden Door preview. I think that pretty much speaks for itself. A cool logo here.
Oh, no, that's a Greg Goldman tweet, isn't it? Oh, no, it's someone saying, Greg, you're back.
But it says Gerg.
Gerg, you're back. So somebody else either listens to us or is either like us.
Yeah.
But if they're like us, they should listen to us.
Well, I love this like warehouse background, too, that you got here.
Sure, yeah. Oh, yeah, that is not. Like, what was that from?
I have no idea. Could have been something from a Dynamite or something. I don't remember exactly. But
oh, no, it was in Moxley. For Moxley's promo aesthetic, but love those like ruined like green.
It's like a cool logo.
That like Statue of Liberty, like rusted copper green.
Yeah,
back there. Yeah, I really like that.
Hell yeah!
And then this other one was good too. These are 2 of our best, what I like to call picture crop barf photos.
yeah.
These are 2 really good ones, like good post episode 51s, I think.
71, the door is no longer forbidden, and it's wonderful. Obviously Forbidden Door recap. Of course, I was there. You were unfortunately unable to make it, but yeah, incredible show. Still the highlight of my year last year, and just good shit.
Yes.
Here we go. Here's a fun one. 72. Channel 72. The sex episode.
There's that really weird bed.
Yeah. So when I was growing up, Channel 72 was the pay-per-view channel, which my buddy had one of those like illegal black boxes so we could watch it. And then sometimes there would be a little softcore porno that would come on thereafter. So like even when you didn't have the box, like you could see like scrambled porn, so to speak, on Channel 72. So because we were on episode 72 and there's been plenty of nasty, heinous sex stuff that's happened in wrestling, we're like, let's make it the sex.
Let's do that. And there's all sex things except for Indiana Jones.
Yeah, why was he on there?
I had watched all the Indiana Jones.
Okay.
That area.
Classic. 73, Savannah chainsaw ejection.
Oh yeah, that was the one with the chainsaw.
Yeah. Chuck Taylor and Wardlow here with Bryce Remsburg getting the chainsaw.
Yes.
Very funny there.
And then SummerSlam, right?
That was also Bo's journey to the Great North. So
to Montreal. Montreal, yes.
And I was on my golf trip there.
Oh, yeah. Vacation time.
74, yes. Fight for the Vince has fallen.
Yeah.
So
with the tractor.
Yeah, BBBs discuss Vince's sudden retirement with a sprinkling of SummerSlam and a tasty helping of AEW Dynamite. Yeah, so that must have been when Garcia upset Danielson, which is why we had him there. And yeah, that Vince laying there as Roman's falling. Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that is a really good one. And then I can't believe we got into these 2 story ones as soon as I got back from Montreal. That was a pretty quick like whip back to just work for this because we had these 2 and then we have all.
And you did pretty much everything on the, not unlike the Goldman ones where we were together and that. I mean, this was pretty much your baby and you ran with it. Yeah. 75-76, the Origin Part 1, terribly convenient and uninteresting, and the Origin Part 2, a dark mirror under the self. Speaking of Matt Ritter, that's kind of when he, really was getting more engaged and, really was liking the storyline stuff. So I know he was kind of making predictions after Part 1. And
I think, even though there's been less of those, I think the Goldman one kind of led to this, and this one just kind of really sort of changed the way, we look at this stuff. This was kind of like a heavier theme one, and I really enjoyed it. It was a lot to make, but yeah, like I'm just so surprised it came after Montreal and then right into it just happened in that condensed period of time. And I mean, perhaps that condensed period of time was like 3 weeks, I think. So
yeah. But yeah, those were obviously very personal as well, based, upon how we met, and a lot of interesting stuff there.
Yeah.
Ritter says, if you got some free time, I would love for someone to go through and collect all 284 of our thumbnails and titles.
Well, I'll give him a shout out to collagemaker.com, who were the, makers of this. Yeah, I'll love you some time travel too. I don't know if I'll ever write another time travel story again. Like just making that work. I don't want to say made my head hurt, but it was a true challenge in the best way.
Yeah, it was. I feel like I may have shed a tear at the end of that too. It was and again, I was I knew what was going to happen, of course, but in the dark, at least, on how you were going to edit it and put it together. So by the time it was released, that was the first time I was even hearing it. Yeah. And it was a special piece of art there.
Yeah. It and the Goldman Heart, I think, have a level of like emotional investment that the previous ones, walked so these could run with that. So the next one we do, I'm excited to see where we take that in that respect. Also, I think these logos look like SpaghettiOs.
I can see that.
Yeah, they have because of David Lynch's orange face. I don't know why I made him so orange, but it makes it look like SpaghettiOs.
Yep, the all out brawl out.
Mick Ultra. That's when that became a thing.
What was that picture from? Was that just us watching the show? I guess.
No. It was us at the Fox.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yes, it was us at the Fox.
He was deep in the Bo, Brett, Shelby love triangle.
Oh, yeah, he was.
And funny enough, I ran into the real Shelby too long after that.
I did too. Kind of long after that. Yeah.
She had listened to it by that point. I ran into her. I'm like, you were actually a pretty big part of one of our episodes.
Yeah. We've talked about you a whole bunch recently.
Yeah. Even though you haven't heard from us in a decade or close to, but
essentially.
78 summer vacation is over, obviously in the wake of the all-out brawl out. I might have even skipped over that, but
one of our plainest logos is just that picture with no editing.
Love it. Yeah, just TK looking like a goon. 79 second trimester 2022 favorite matches. That goes without saying. 80 Scissor Me Daddy Ace. So that was the acclaimed,
really pretty one with the pink.
The acclaimed finally winning the tag titles, and Moxley winning the vacant title over Danielson at Dynamite Grand Slam. Very fun there. Here we go. 81. Thank you, Antonio Inoki, for the fan fiction with our good friend Matt Ritter.
Yeah.
Having him review 3 different types of New Japan matches, which again, it was the beauty. I love just the talk of I think he talked about everyone's got their own flavor, so New Japan and the different types of matches, they're all different flavors and they're not for everyone, but that's the beauty of wrestling. So we're getting close.
Yes.
And then we're going to bring some people on. I'll probably send the link once we get into the 90s here, just to give people some time. 82. I don't even remember. Good old fashioned podcast.
Oh no, that's the one that I drew the logo.
Obviously. Yeah. But I got what was that name for?
Bray for the good old fashioned Donnybrook.
Because
remember, see in the bottom left, that's
from Extreme Rules.
That's Sheamus. in the back, and then Bray Wyatt with the thing pointed to him, and then Sheamus.
Classic.
With the VGM logo. Yeah, that was doodled. I know I still have that piece of paper on here. I love how it says WWF.
Yeah.
Look at that bottom corner.
That's tight. 83, this title Tuesday in Cincy. The second Dynamite we got to go to in Cincinnati, which was an amazing show up until Hangman got knocked out by Moxley. Yeah, we got to see MJF turn on Regal, the debut of the BBB belt, which is pretty funny that we got to see that. But yes, 84. Also, Ritter, if you're free, you're welcome to hop on here in like 10 minutes or so. We're just going to be having a bunch of people through who have been a big part of the show. So we'll send you the link here in a bit.
Come on in.
84, the Halloween Hug. So this was back. I mentioned our friend Kevin Rogue. We reviewed Halloween Havoc 1995, which is one of the worst pay-per-views of all time, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the monster truck.
Monster trucks with the Yeti.
Yeah, I love how they're hugging each other, like watching that like fireworks show.
Great logo. 85, Ciabatta Spice.
That's when we ate those peppers from John.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, ate the very spicy.
Literally killed us for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes just didn't stop.
At least. I had my tongue just running underwater. Yeah, funny stuff. And then obviously the amazing and unexpected Orange Cassidy versus Katsuyori Shibata match.
Yes.
86.
BBB anniversary.
Second anniversary. Is it over?
Is it over?
So that was us recapping the Monday Night Raw in Louisville from November 14th, 2022. And then we did a Full Gear and Impact Overdrive preview, which we attended. So 87, part 2.
What we did.
It is over.
I love
into Full Gear.
Yeah, I love that big flaming thing in the background.
Yeah, the Elites. It was their entrance for.
I see Black Taurus down there and Jamie Hayter and MJF, obviously.
And then Josh Alexander and Frankie Kazarian. Tom. Got stuck on some shoot job shit, but wanted to drop in and say, gents, how the fuck are you? We're good. Yeah, and if you're able to hop on, we'll be sending the link out momentarily. 88, I Will Survive. Here's
Foursquare.
Classic Foursquare.
Now the first like real like organized Google Draw with the color grading Foursquare.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Survivor Series as well as some AEW stuff. 99. Oh, I guess this was it. This was the Indianapolis show was when he named the BBB. Okay,
yes.
I got a little
because he didn't win the championship until our second 2-year anniversary show.
Yes. So MJF named his belt after us. So yeah, that was after the indie show. Yeah, Scott Satterfield going to UC.
Yeah.
Classic. 90, Brandon's nonprofit. So I had met John Barker, aka Brandon Prophet, at that Indie Dynamite show. He's an old indie deathmatch big legend in the Midwest here. And then obviously we got to know him, and there will be more to come here and later. But yes. 91, the 2022 wrestling celebration.
I want to keep using that Christmas tree, like for each one, because that one's in our previous one, but now it kind of got a little like electrified.
Yeah, and we had Tom, and then JCB and Chad, and I think that was it. Yeah. A little VGM celebration, which again we're hoping to have for you shortly here. All right, getting sidetracked. Send this link. Why don't you talk about this one? 92, Goldman Hart, A Queen's Christmas.
Goldman Hart. I still listen to this sometimes. Like I really do. This is just a solo Greg and Hoagie story. I like to think it exists in its own universe, separate from this. But just the directions those characters take you. Like we conceive these guys. If you go up to the Greg Goldman hour and everything else, it was purely comedic and a joke. But I don't know, like the beauty in taking these people seriously and watching them, become people and the performances elevate them has truly been one of the best pleasures and greater compliments of my writing career. That's all I have to say. And I will fucking fight for that story any day.
No, yeah, it was amazing. And again, another one where
Yeah.
I had really no idea where you were going with it. And then once I
Well,
read the whole thing, I'm like, oh shit, this is dark.
yeah. Well, I remember we were like, oh, let's do a story, Greg and Hoagie's story. And so I was like, well, what do I have? And I had some like aborted like plot lines, just kind of, and I just decided, let's take that and run with it. And let's have like Greg's dad in it. And then
Yeah.
like kaboom, it turned into what it is. But yeah, I mean, this is the battle for if the golden hour was the battle for Greg's soul, this is the battle for his heart.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just can't tell you how much I just sort of love what kind of happened here with this, and how this and the origin, just the humanity in those, just I hate to say is far beyond what else we've done, but just the gravitas for them is a new ball game compared to what we've done before. And like I said, when we do story again, I'm excited to see where that particular element goes.
Yeah, definitely. Another layer, so to speak, to
Yes.
the characters and the storytelling, and a
Yeah.
little more seriousness. And we've got our first guest here.
Hello.
Oh, I guess we should probably get rid of this the banner here.
Actually, we talk. Let's talk about Goldman Hart, Derek. I mean, how do I get rid of the banner?
Here, let's see.
Here.
I don't even know. Oh, there you can. You get rid of and then get rid of that, and
use the promo code, guys. What are you waiting for?
All right, here. I guess we can just make it empty, can't we?
Yeah, I would just do that.
I don't know if I can.
We're still new. We're still new on StreamYard here.
It took me a solid 3 months to fully figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, there's the names. Excellent.
Amazing.
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
there's got to be
that. I put that on there. There's that. I think this is going to be the best we're going to do. So here, I'll just do that with mine.
There's got to be a way to take it off, right? Derek, do you know?
I think just click on the one that's currently selected. It'll just not have anything selected.
Hide. There we go.
Ah, yes. Hell yeah.
Yeah, there we go. We got our duck. Quack.
How's the 3 feet of snow up there?
Yeah, you're doing okay.
Oh, it's fantastic. We actually signed into a hotel in Las Vegas. I got the empathy room for $100,000 a night. Really fancy.
So when did you make the
on a cell phone, because there's 3 TV channels here?
Oh wow.
No.
So when did you make the run for the hotel?
Oh, we made the run probably about 2:45. There was a tree that was very conspicuously leading towards our house, and we said, nope, we're getting out of there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yikes.
So
how much snow is accumulated at this point?
Probably about 3 feet. I would say I saw a picture where someone from a town over had their yardstick in at 30 inches.
I don't even know what I would know.
A little bit out there.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever had much more than a foot.
A foot and for us, our severity is always like that combined with ice, a foot or something like that. But yeah, never the volume like that.
This is actually the most snow we've probably gotten in this area for maybe a decade, maybe longer.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
You're in Vermont, right?
Yeah. Currently in a hotel in not actually Vegas.
Yeah.
If you want, you'd be lying, but you can call it that.
Yeah.
I will call it that.
My new roommate here in Louisville actually has family up in Vermont too. So I told him.
Yeah, he goes up there annually.
Yeah, he goes up
about it all the time.
At the end of the summer every year, and he's like, "Yeah, they'll get some crazy storms up there." But yeah, 3 feet sounded a little more crazy than normal for sure.
It's trying to figure out how to sit because there's no chairs in this hotel room.
So it's
too
not
funny.
not the prestige suite then.
No.
No, better.
Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm just sending this link out to other people. But yeah, we I don't know if you've been watching, but we've just been kind of running through talking about memories of our episodes, and we were just on A Goldman Heart, the Christmas episode,
Yes.
and Belle was just kind of talking through it. So we'll break kayfabe here, which we've already done with you before, of course. But what did you think of playing Greg in that episode?
Yeah.
Definitely a completely
and
different side of the character than we'd seen before.
Yeah.
That was such a fun experience because like it felt more like doing a radio drama than anything else, and that made it exciting to me. And getting to explore this other side of Goldman. I love when any character can just have a backstory that makes them more of a person.
Yeah.
And I really loved how that happened in that Christmas special.
Yeah. No, I always wanted to write like sort of a Christmas story, and I've always sort of had like not a super cynical outlook on it, but I always like am sort of drawn to kind of like the people who kind of like, you know, don't always have that place to go on the holidays. And I'm just like, whenever I thought of Greg, I'm like, what the fuck's he gonna do?
Right.
You know, and then you know, just kind of all that came together. He had the thing with Hoagie, but like, you know, how they became who they were in the past that they have to reckon with and come face to face with, that many people come face to face with during the holiday season. You know, that like, yeah, just how like every element of just your performance and everything sort of came together with that. You know, like I was saying earlier, I still listen to that sometimes.
I have to listen to it, and I haven't listened to it in a while, but I did listen to it maybe 3 or 4 times the day it was released.
Really? Oh, that's so sweet. Like, yeah, like I remember the day I released it too. I went back and I listened to it, and I mean, hell, I still have a bunch of notes of things I want to tweak or fix on it, but you know, I'm you know, I think we should all be very proud of it. So
that was another one for me that like I had no idea the direction he was going or even what he was doing, you know, until I saw that full script. You know, I'm just thought it would be same old Greg and Hoagie, not bullshit, you know what I'm saying, but the same type of dynamic, same type of stuff. So like I was one, taken aback, but two, like very happy because it was a completely different, and like the backstory aspect was, you know, something that we'd never seen or had any idea about. And then obviously with Greg's dad being such a dick, you know, that certainly crystallized a lot of why he was the way he was.
Yeah. It definitely, you know, because originally I intended for that to be just a funny character, and then kind of the bigoted bits sort of came in, and then I was like, well, I can't have this just be a joke. And then I remember asking myself, like, okay, why is this guy? Pardon me. We have you have terrible snow in Vermont. We have terrible allergies in Kentucky.
That's gonna be a month that hits us here, and I will be
yeah. But yeah, I remember like the answer to that question was his misery, and I was just like, the Greg's dad is just a miserable human being, and like Greg is like so afraid that he's going to become his dad, but like the whole show, you know, that whole episode just proves that, like, you know, Greg, you got to give yourself a little bit of credit. Like you're a better person than your dad could ever dream of being, you know, like, and you don't have to, you know, make him, you know, go out of your way to make him, you know, make this guy, you know, you are your own person, and for Greg to find and believe the goodness within himself, you know, and then with that, like Hoagie's got to kind of suffer a little, you know, like I really wanted to explore, for Hoagie, there was always this big element of like shame, you know, I never really knew where it came from. And I was like, okay, like Hoagie has to be like, have like come from something really bad that he's hiding, that he like can't talk about, that he's God, I'm raspy, denying to himself. So yeah, just I don't know, all that I think is really is I just love all of that deeply. So
yeah, and I love how it all just came from this guy on Twitter, you know, this guy on
we
Twitter
just used to laugh at all the time. Yeah,
this guy on Twitter just said the craziest shit about Edge being old or some shit, and it led to this.
It led to this. Yeah.
Edge being a 50-year on a WrestleMania event.
Yeah. Let's see if he see if he said anything recently.
Yeah, if you were, Micah was always the one on Greg Watch, but I certainly haven't looked or seen anything recently.
I had to unfollow Vince Russo on Twitter because he was getting too Goldman-esque.
That seems about right.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been watching all the WCW pay-per-views from 2000, and
I'm
God,
so free.
damn it, they're so bad but so good.
Oh my
Some
God.
of them.
What was the one we watched? Have you watched? Is it New Blood Rising 2001?
Well, yeah, remember we reviewed like the main event with you guys on that.
That's right. That show was. Oh.
Judy Bagwell on a forklift.
He's here. Yeah, he has another burner. It's oh Lord. Hang on. It's Greg Gold 19. Oh my Lord.
Is it current?
All right, so we have Devils aren't making the playoffs, number 1. This one's number 2. Are you fucking kidding me? Another like goal, G. Give it up 0.8 seconds.
He's back, baby. Oh, also, I forgot to put this up. I don't even know if he's still here.
The Devils are frauds, not a THR Lightning League.
But what up, Dylan from World Elite? Thanks for stopping in as always.
Dylan, how are you? Hang on, let me
Adi.
Think about background.
Hey! Nice background. What up, dude? It's been a minute. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How you guys been?
I'm wonderful.
Doing good. I just moved down here to Louisville last week, so I'm still getting settled into the new place. But Bo and I are in the same city again, so
yeah, we were here.
Only hilarious things can come from that.
Yeah, you guys gotta come our way, or we gotta come down your way.
Yeah,
it's been too long.
I know. Well, you guys got kids now, so
yeah.
What do you got there?
What does it say?
All people against gays/lesbians are assholes.
Okay, hell yeah,
Greg. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's the thing. Like Greg has a bit of a heart, as we know, and I'm pretty sure he was like anti-Trump and shit too. But
he was.
That's funny because he got suspended for calling Miz a F word. But Diesel, how old is little Benji now?
He's actually 17 months today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I knew he was over a year, but I couldn't remember. God, time has flown.
Yeah, Chad's daughter is going to be a year next month.
Oh my God.
I don't know if Chad said anything, but he's not. He went to trivia. He's bailing.
Oh, it's all good. Well, then you weren't able to make it the last time we had all the VGM guys on, so glad
when was
you were
that?
here. It was months ago. I remember you said you couldn't make it. Was a very late invite type of deal. It was Chad, Tom, and JCB were on.
Oh yeah, I do remember something like that now.
Yeah. You were like watching a Packers game, I think might have been.
Oh yeah,
This is back when football was going on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm not gonna
Speak-
miss the Packers. Come on.
Speaking of which, I mean, I know Rogers. I know he's on the Pat McAfee show tomorrow. I saw.
Well,
which
and
I'm
they
sure-
and the Jets just signed all those old
Lazard
Packers receivers. Yeah.
But what do you think about the state of the Packers? Are you in on Jordan Love? What are you feeling?
I am at peace with whatever happens. To be honest with you, like I don't know. It feels like it's time. Like I feel like we'd be fools if we didn't trade Aaron Rodgers and like set up our future at least a little bit. I don't know. It's too much of a drama queen. There's too much. To turn this franchise around, he needs to go.
Yeah,
and it's not going to be a quick turnaround, but maybe within the next couple of years. I don't know. I think Jordan Love has potential. I don't know what he's gonna be, but like I'm excited. I'm very excited for the next season. And I think it's so funny how like it just went full circle. 15 years ago, same exact situation with Brett Favre, even trading to the same exact team. It's fucking.
Well, I was saying the other day, watch Rodgers go to the Vikings in 2 years.
I mean, you can't even be mad about it if that happens. Like
that would be so
everything
funny.
comes full circle.
Yeah.
But,
wild.
And if he does good with the Jets, good for him. I'm not rooting against him. I'm a Packers fan first, and then like like Aaron Rodgers will always have a special place in my heart. Like,
of course.
I mean, even though he is a diva and I don't really always agree with him in general, I don't know. He's still probably my favorite player of all time.
Oh, I mean, he's so, especially like, when they were winning the Super Bowl, he was just so much fun to watch when he was just dialed in. I mean, the guy, he's still amazing at 38,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if he wins one with the Jets, good for him.
That's the thing. I'm like,
they actually have a decent team. Yeah,
as Bengals fans, it's like great, one more team in the AFC that we have to compete with because
it's that's
fucking loaded.
NFC is so weak that Packers can still sneak into the playoffs, but
for sure.
I mean, either way, if Aaron Rodgers was the starting QB or Jordan Love, I don't see them going to the Super Bowl next year.
No,
like they didn't even make the playoffs this year with Aaron Rodgers and a bunch of the players that are heading over to the Jets. So it's like
I hear you.
Strong.
Hey, Mike,
like Ornhart said, enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Yeah.
I am not a nugget.
A nugget. Well, what's the context? A nugget?
So they would call him Nugget. Was it because of his head or what?
How's his head? Is his head shaped like a chicken?
I don't even know.
Don't really remember.
I can't remember why they
called him a nugget.
Yeah,
but maybe it was his nose.
Maybe, yeah. I'm thinking of there was a guy in my high school basketball player that was called Nugget because he had a weird shaped head. So I don't think that was Owen Hart, but
really they didn't call him Martian. Or what other names did they call him?
He's not a Nugget though. He's a Blackheart, damn it, a sole survivor. Woo! I'm trying to look it up. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so here we go. This is according to Reddit. I'm pulling it up here, and it's pretty good. It says, apparently it was because Shawn Michaels and Triple H compared him to the last nugget of shit that won't quite flush down the toilet since he was the last Hart family member left in the WWF.
I don't call turds nuggets. I mean, Yeah, I have to keep my chicken nuggets and feces separated, Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Your gold nugs, your weed nugs, chicken nugs.
Oh,
yeah. Your Denver nugs.
I can smoke weed in the house now. That just hit me. I can actually smoke a bowl while we're doing this. Because my old roommate. Yeah. Derek, are you ripping some dope in the hotel over there?
You can't see it.
No.
You got a hot box in the bathroom. I mean, ain't no better thing like crank that shower up.
Yeah. Well,
no smoking room, so we can.
Do you have a pen though?
Of course. That's not mine.
Yeah. Duh.
Jesse, do you want to be on the Brainbuster Boys podcast? He doesn't want to be.
Yeah, come on. Is that your brother? Is that your brother, you said?
Yeah, one of three.
Oh, wow. You have three brothers.
Yes.
Amazing.
Any sisters?
That's awesome.
Any sisters?
No.
I've got one brother.
One sister.
I got a brother and a sister.
Oh! That's someone's bingo card.
Yeah. And a sibling bingo card,
Diesel, I tell you what, whenever it is we get together again, I can't wait for some of this.
Yep, round and third. No, I 2 weekends ago I went on a road trip with Tom to Minnesota.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he brought that up. I'm like, you've never seen me real drunk, have you? He's like, oh yeah, I have. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Well, I blacked out most of that game.
Well, then I bought you an IPA at the game, not really thick, because I was drinking once. I'm like, oh, I owe Diesel a beer here. And he still just fucking hammered.
Oh, we were sitting in the direct sunlight.
I can see you right now, just hammering that, and then just getting roasted by the sun.
I paid for the groceries, so you guys paid me back in beer and stuff like that. And there was at one point where Beaumont ordered the beer. He's like, "Oh, I didn't want this." And he's like, "You can have it." I'm like, "I'll take it, but it doesn't count as one of the beers you owe me."
Oh my god, dude!
Beaumont did save my life that day. He bought me those candy pecans.
Oh, those were fire!
So yeah.
Well, and then we
Happy to do
moved
it.
up to the upper level in the shade, and it was much more tolerable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we took the picture next to Bob Euchre.
Yeah. Oh,
and all
yeah.
that, yeah.
That was our first podcasting real life meetup, and then our second was with this guy and Micah. So
Celebrating my birthday at frickin' Sacrifice.
did that just happen, your birthday, or is it coming up?
It was the day of Revolution.
Oh shit. Well,
Happy belated.
Happy very belated, yeah.
Thank you.
How old are you? Are you 21, 2?
23.
20. God, I don't know anymore. I feel like you were like 20 when we met you, though, right?
No, we were at the bar. Remember, we went to the Wiggle Room.
Oh, duh, yeah.
Went to the Wiggle Room.
Well, there's fake IDs.
Went to the Wiggle Room.
Not through TSA, there isn't.
No, true. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Micah said he's going to hop on here in a bit. I'm hoping Tom is as well. But yeah, like I said, we didn't really have any agenda here. Just wanted to get people on and shoot the shit. I guess technically we need to finish our last few episodes here.
Yeah.
As we were just rolling through
the damn grid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tiny Lister. Oh no, this is the wrestlers in movies. So this is the one after Goldman Hart.
Yeah, this isn't Team Sports, episode 93.
Yeah,
which was based off Dan Callis yelling out at the United Empire at Wrestle Kingdom, "This isn't Team Sports!" when they were helping Will Ospreay against Kenny Omega.
So in that picture, we have John Cena as Peacemaker.
Yep.
We have Tiny Lister as the prisoner in The Dark Knight. John.
Why is John in this?
I forget what we were talking about. Sephiroth and then Batista from Glass Onion.
Yep. And then the Wrestle Arts logo. Is that when we... Oh, I guess did we preview it?
Yeah, we previewed it. Then this next Foursquare was
the Indie Show and Indie episode 94. Yes, we did a full recap of the Wrestle Arts 7 event in Indianapolis with some interviews, including Billy Starks and Heather Monroe, who ended up on top of you during the match.
Yeah, she actually was going to make a very tasteless joke, but
do it, Jerry. Make a joke. Come on, Jerry. This is tennis skates.
I don't want to make it.
Do it.
Oh, breaking the awkward silence here. Look at that fucking stash.
Let's go for a mustache ride.
Big
looks
Mike!
Looks like shit.
New for me. Whoa.
How is jail?
What? I don't know if we can hear. I don't know if we can hear you, dog. Nope.
No,
I feel like this happens every time with him.
Actually, you know what I think will fix this? Ban from studio.
This is banned from studio.
This is
Star Trek McCoy, the mute.
Now, why don't you bust out your wonderful array of Helen Keller jokes? Let's go.
toxic anymore.
All right.
We still can't hear you, dude.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah,
there we go.
there we go.
Nope.
No.
Nothing.
All we heard was hello. Fuck him.
This is classic.
It really is.
Vintage Micah right here.
How many episodes have you guys done since coming back, by the way?
0.
We've recorded
one. No, actually it's specifically to Void. I thought it was
not the Star Trek one. I know where that stands, but yeah, specifically to Void.
Actually, Picard is actually pretty sick, that 4th episode, so Micah needs to watch that. Yeah.
We got one out. We got one out, and then we got a month-old interview with Just Incredible out, which ended up doing really well, actually.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
I need to watch that. Was that a video or just audio?
It's on both. You can get it on Spotify and all your podcasting places.
I know that's like us now. We were all audio, and now we're mixing in the vids, baby.
Yeah.
Micah, speak.
Nope.
Tough break.
Not happening.
Bo was about to make some really off-color joke that I'm.
I don't want to make it. I don't want to make an off-color joke about Heather Monroe.
That's very fair.
Don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. I just can't reveal why, but don't want to do it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But back to Wrestle Arts real quick. We will be going to their show next Saturday in Indianapolis as well, and we will have a slight bit of involvement on a new like pre-show they're doing. We're going to be doing some interviews and the lot. We can't really say too much else, but yeah, your boys are going to be on some indie wrestling. Well, how about that?
Hell yeah.
One step away from taking a bump, which like I feel like every interview we did on that one, Bo's like, because it's like you were always like, I really want to take a bump. Which one hurts the most?
Or it can be like Mike and be one step away from doing a bump.
Bo, would you take a one-winged angel?
Oh yeah. I mean, I want to do a power bomb because like I don't know, I just kind of want the more like full body slam. But yeah, one wing angel sounds nice. Yeah.
Nice. At some point, Bo, we're definitely going to put you through a table.
Oh no, yeah, we've been hinting at that at our parties.
Yes.
Look, I'm just saying, Tony Khan, you have to book it. Kenny Omega, Bo from the Brainbuster Boys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I would love it. The build would be sensational.
5 stars.
Mikey, you still struggling down there? What do we need to do to make it work?
I think it's all on him.
Just go Sammy Guevara. Just start writing your signs.
Yeah.
Oh, is he going in the chat? No one goes in the chat.
Uh-oh.
You.
Uh-oh. It shouldn't be.
Call me a bad word in the chat.
It shouldn't be that hard, you know. We all did it just fine.
Yeah. We all did it.
Well, while he's still struggling, we'll blitz through these final few, and then we can just fuck around.
Jay Briscoe.
There he went. Yeah. All right. See you, Micah. He was really dragging us down. Yeah.
Gigantic.
Episode 95, Royal Rumble Recall, which was also the untimely passing of Jay Briscoe, which that shirt was the first thing I've had delivered to the new house. So I ordered it like 2 weeks ago while still living up there and knew it would come in time. And yeah, rest in peace. And Diesel, I want to give you guys credit. I mean, I feel like the first time we were on VFTR was, I mean, I'd known who the Briscoes were, seen a match or two, but like you guys really were putting them over. Like, yeah, they're like one of the best tag teams in the world. And you sure were correct.
I also bought that shirt. That's the first. I haven't been buying wrestling shirts lately. That's the first one I bought in like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And like when I heard that it was 100% proceeds were going to his family, it's like, dude, you have to.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I was like that actually hit me pretty hard. Like when like he passed, like just came out of nowhere, you know, and like it was crazy.
Still is.
Thought that at least they got the series done between them and FTR, but like whoever would have thought that would have been his last match.
I know. I mean, what a fucking match to go out on, though. I mean, and I mean, 3 of the best tag team matches ever. I think, you know, like
I still personally think that the best 2 out of 3 falls was my favorite.
Okay.
But I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the 3.
They're all 5 stars in my book, and the double dog collar was my favorite, just because like just hadn't seen shit like that, and it was when Cash pulled Mark from the apron down by the chain onto the chairs, like that was just heinous, and just so creative, and it was like 2 singles matches in the scope of a tag match, brutal. Yeah. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. And I mean, hey, too bad it took his brother's death to get him there, but happy to see Mark Briscoe getting the light shined on him, because I'll shout out our boy Tom again. He always calls him a national treasure, and God, he sure is. Really is. It's really great to see him, you know, getting this you know,
The Sussex County
push.
Chicken.
Yeah, this push, so to speak, and deservedly so. I mean,
Have you guys been watching like the new Ring of Honor?
I have. I watched all of the first show and most of the. I skipped like the first few matches of the second show because I didn't have a ton of time. But yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah, I watched both episodes. I watched part of episode 2 yesterday and finished it up today. I liked episode 2 a lot. Like,
yeah.
I think 2 hours might be too long, especially since there's like no break.
Yeah,
I do appreciate that there's no ad breaks in the middle of a match, but like, I feel like 2 hours is just too long, just straight.
Yeah,
like
I feel like 90 minutes
would be like pretty good.
Hour good, 90 minutes tops. I'm with you. Like that's why I skipped the first few matches, like because I saw the card and I'm like, okay, yeah, the back half of this, or what did I start with? The Yuta match, maybe. But man, that Athena Willow match.
Man, you're talking about Billy Starks. She had a really
that was the one I started with. Billy Starks and Trish Adora. Yes, that's like all right.
That match was awesome.
Yeah,
like, everything after that was like
yes.
They were like really good matches.
I went 4 stars plus on 3 matches: the Yuta versus Thatcher match, the Aussie Open versus Titus, and Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, and then the main event. I went 4 1/4. Athena and Willow. I thought Athena's best match by far since she's come to AEW Ring of Honor. I think Willow's best match, better than that street fight. Like man, they just clicked so well. I thought Athena was such an awesome heel. Willow was such an awesome baby face. She beat the shit out of Willow.
Yeah, that was an awesome match.
I was looking through kind of my ratings and whatnot, and aside from Mercedes Moné and Kyrie, which did happen on American soil, as my favorite American women's wrestling match this year so far. So good. Derek, have you been watching Ring of Honor?
I have not gotten a chance to watch any of the Ring of Honor stuff yet. I don't have any way to right now. Unfortunately,
yeah, I've been ganking Tom's Honor.
Same.
We all share.
I don't know. I'm getting like 2014 NXT vibes from Ring of Honor.
I could see that.
It definitely is different than what Ring of Honor was before, but it feels different from AEW.
I agree.
Even though they may use some AEW people, it doesn't feel like it's AEW light.
Yeah.
Like AEW dark or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the setup is different. It's almost set up more like Impact, frankly. With like the short ramp, kind of the big sections on the
where
side.
they used to film Impact.
Oh, that's right. It is that same
in Orlando, yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, man, I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know if I'll watch every single match every single week if it's going to be 2 hours, but like all the matches I'm interested in, let's go.
I feel the same way. But yeah, like I thought the show was like really good. Like I was thinking like I haven't really been like solidly invested in an entire wrestling show in a while. Like I'll be invested in storylines, segments, certain matches, but like there's always a point where it's just like not interested in this and like I kind of tune out. Like this whole episode I was just like watching and like so like credit to them for like going out there and trying something different
and I think Rick Abani and Caprice Coleman are awesome, and it gives it that Ring of Honor feel.
Well, they're the best commentary team that 20Con has. I
mean, for sure. I agree. Yeah, I thought you were going to say in the world, which I'll give you a little bit of an argument there, but they're really damn good. I think Rick Abani's awesome, and Caprice. I mean, they've both got that passion.
Like Cole Cabana was a better partner with Rick Abani. You know, like I love Caprice Coleman, but like when it was Cole Cabana and Rick Abani, that was the shit. But then also Kevin Kelly, like he's tops.
Kevin Kelly, Chris Charlton, best broadcast team out there in my opinion.
Yeah, I really liked Kevin Kelly, Dan Callis.
Oh, well, I'm saying current. I mean,
I know. I'm just saying I like that combo. I'm just saying like, there's something about the Kevin Kelly, Dan Callis combo that was just iconic.
Oh, I mean,
it was very short lived,
magical.
But
it was like
a good time.
About a year or so, I think. But yeah, they were
around for. Yeah.
I wonder if Micah's
I'm gonna
coming
have to
back.
hop off.
I haven't seen him.
guys.
Hey, thanks
Hey,
for
Derek.
stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by,
Absolutely.
man. Always a pleasure.
Congrats on the
Nice seeing you,
100.
Thank
If
you.
Micah comes back in, just cut an LA Night style promo on him and say it's from me.
Yeah.
We will.
Hell yeah. Thanks for stopping in, dog.
See you, Derek.
See you. Yeah, who knows if he's going to come back. Tom
cares?
said he's trying to finish up work and hop on.
Gonna finish up our pictures here so we can.
Yeah. Just a few more left here. Yeah, episode 96 live. So yeah, that was our first fully live on YouTube episode.
We're doing that now.
And now they all have been, because we've learned that other than that minor hiccup earlier, for some reason, our stream is a lot smoother when we do it live as opposed to not. So
Yeah.
here we are. And
You tried
Sorry.
messing with that, like doing it live. Just, I don't know. I'm not very good with technology, and
yeah,
either
me
is
neither.
Chad. As much as he'll tell you that he knows like everything, he's probably worse than I am.
Chad Rojas, baby.
Yeah.
Chad Ross.
Still in my phone as such.
I don't blame you. He's in my phone as Crad, but there's a story behind that. But
Let's hear it.
oh, we're just
Brad.
If you can tell it.
Yeah.
no. It was like right after high school. My friend's uncle was selling his house and he moved away. But while like the house was in process of being sold, he let my friend and Chad and two of our other friends rent it out. And it only lasted 3 months before they got kicked out. But there was parties there every single day. And just one night we're in the garage because that's where you go when you're smoking weed, and everyone is just real drunk. And we have this friend who's no longer with us, but he could not say Chad to save his life. He just kept on calling him Crad, and he's like, "No, wait, no, your name Crad, no." So like it stuck. He's Crad.
Do you call him that actually?
Not as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But like when we're like in our friends group, it's usually that's what people will call him. But like, yeah, he's in my phone as Crad. But
Crad
I used to tell him you can't spell Crad without rad.
Crad
There you
without
go.
rad or ad.
Now he's Crad the dad.
Yeah, he's Crad the dad. Yes.
It's Cadillac on 22s. I mean, that was his nickname that he gave himself. But
Bad.
he has a dance called the Cadillac, which is just him. It's like the Emma dance when she's popping bubbles. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I gotta see the
It's
Crad,
like almost
dude.
exactly like that, what you just did.
Yeah.
It's called the Cadillac.
Hell
It's
yeah.
almost like the Urkel.
I love it.
It's almost like a lot of dances.
Yeah. All right, 3 more here. 97 halftime heat. Obviously, we took the Super Bowl halftime show or the Super Bowl and decided to review the 2 old halftime heats, which was 1999 Mankind versus The Rock in the empty arena, which is classic, and then 2019 NXT. The 3-on-3 match. It was Velveteen Dream. It was Ciampa and I can't remember. Cole, Ricochet. I don't even remember exactly what the teams were at this point, but anywho.
I remember it being a good match.
Yeah, oh yeah. Very
good.
just fast-paced, spot festy, but very fun for sure. 98, the Switch
That's
2.
the Performance Center too, like before they were doing shit at the Performance Center.
Yeah. Yep. Episode 98, the Switch 2, which was it was a Monday. I was with my friend Kevin from LA who was in town. We
from
had
LA.
ourselves a day. I had a few drinks. I got home and I'm like, well, we're going to be recording here in about an hour or so. I can either stop drinking or keep drinking. And I kept drinking. And then I texted Bo and I'm like, do you want to host this one? Do you want to switch it up again? Which we did in storyline for episode 19 because Vince wanted to see what Bo was like as like the host, so to speak.
I remember that.
Yeah, which was hilarious because we ended up doing a funny NXT recap.
That was a long time ago.
That was a very long time.
I was at my other job, and that was
Yeah, you were probably
Oh,
on that episode as Triple H, I'm guessing.
I probably
That
was,
that,
but I remember
yeah.
I was working my other job then, and that was like 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It
Almost-
probably was
almost
like
2 years
2.
ago.
Yeah, it was probably a
Year and
little.
half at least.
No, it was like 2 because that all culminated at. Or no, you're right. That was after Revolution. So, yeah, probably a little less than 2 years.
Right.
Yeah, I was getting a little mixed up there. But, yeah, we switched it up again. And I have not gone back to watch or listen to that, but I was quite drunk. And it was.
Oh, yeah. Then when you read that Manscaped ad, that was so funny.
I'll have to go back and check that out. But yeah, it was definitely fun. And then the last one, episode 99, why 1.99K? We went back to the roots of the original days of the show and revisited and completed our Star Wars Episode 1 AEW can comparisons, even though we couldn't even remember a lot of them. But it was fun going back through the episodes and like playing it through the mic. And we learned that like Excalibur was Rick Oley and
it's Oakley, which was a big laugh.
Some funny shit. And then we also reviewed the Hangman and Kenny versus the Young Bucks from Revolution 2020, my favorite AEW match to date. Shit, probably a top 15er all time for me. Special stuff. Oh, we also had the Sue Jackson tweet of the week.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to bring back. We'll have to bring back for 101.
Yeah. Or we could just do it now.
Yeah, or you could do it now.
Let's see.
You got one?
All right, let's see what we got. I know he's not going to be at Wrestle Arts. 8.
Well, he said he might be there, but isn't on the show. Are you going just to his Twitter again?
Yeah. It's his first thing. So he checked out the first couple episodes of Ring of Honor, just like you guys.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, check out the first couple of episodes of HRH, and I've come to a conclusion.
Yes.
The Trust Busters need to be in every match and win every match.
That's pretty funny.
You need to hear that Jane's Addiction inspired goodness as much as possible.
Hell yeah. So Diesel, Big Sue Jackson is one of the wrestlers for Wrestle Arts, the promotion in Indianapolis we were talking about earlier. And he's a hoot. He's a bigger guy. He was just like dressed in normal clothes and just yelling at everyone. And we love him.
How close is Louisville to Indianapolis?
An hour and a half, 2 hours, depending where you're going.
That's not too bad.
Cincinnati, pretty much the same.
That's like Madison to Chicago.
Yeah. So like we went separately last time when I was still up in northern Kentucky and he was here. And it's about an hour 50 or so from Cincy. So not bad at all.
Yeah, no, it's very centrally located, I have to say.
Yeah,
so I'm glad we popped Beaumont's indie show cherry.
Oh yeah, and I'm still bleeding from it. You know,
after all those marks.
Oh man, yeah, we were going mark for mark that night.
I mean, we're going to Wrestle Arts 8. Is that correct?
Next Saturday.
Yeah. So we'll have to run it back. They don't serve margaritas there, but
iota.
No, not one iota.
Oh, that was such a great time. And that was like the end of that trip too. Remember earlier in that day, because we were talking about this.
Went to Madison, didn't we?
Yeah.
But remember when we got there, like I was feeling pretty sick. I can't remember if I puked or not, but I remember
you did.
And then I bounced back after a few spotted cows.
Yeah, you did. You bounced back right after that. We had some pizza.
A bowl. Yeah. And we watched that. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby.
Yo.
PK in the house. What up, player?
What up, boys? Congrats on 100.
Thank
dude.
you. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thanks for coming through. Yeah. Do you know Diesel?
I do not. What's up, Diesel?
So
not much.
He and Chad are co-podcasters. So he's also on one of the heads of VGM. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, what's up, brother? Nice to meet you. I've heard your name a whole bunch. I've never never seen the face or heard the voice.
Oh, yeah, the person, the type of gasoline. There's the,
the horn.
Yes.
For a while, we would put that horn sound effect in our show anytime we talked about Diesel down here.
Like, popped every time. Too.
We'll have to put it in because sound effects are in this episode. They're hard and heavy.
Okay. All right. Hell
so
yeah.
we were editing part 1 last, so we're gonna put out the full audio like end of this week. It'll be like fucking 4 hours, but. We were going old school, which I don't even know. We didn't even know you back then.
Had the fucking laptop hooked up to the TV and shit.
But we would use all sorts of fucking wacky sound effects and shit like that. So now that we're in the same city, I went over to Bo's last night and we kicked it old school and had some fun. Had some fun with some sound effects. So
little editing action. That's fun.
Which we used to edit a ton in the earlier episodes.
Yeah,
and
if
now
you listen to our first like 20 or our first maybe 30 or something like that, and then kind of the toll.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to spend 6 hours per episode.
Well, in our interest shift a little bit more toward just kind of different things like to bring into the episode.
I've never edited one episode in my life.
Yeah, you're always get it out.
Don't even give a fuck, dude. It is what it is. If I fucking tonight, I'll be honest with you. I just did an awesome show. I go check out Bloodline Entertainment Network on YouTube, the Tim King Show on YouTube. My intro though, I feel like it was awful. I'm not gonna lie. I had a day. I got a little drunk. Once I got my kids down, I caught a little buzz.
Hell yeah.
That intro was awful. I felt like the rest of the show slayed it. Nick said my intro was great. I didn't like it. But I'm not going to go back and edit it. You know what I mean?
Oh, what's up, buddy?
What up, Josh?
Guys.
Thanks for coming, dude.
How's it going?
Always good to see you.
Had to come. What the hell?
Had to, yeah.
We love you.
I love you too.
You missed Derek. He was just on. He just left a few minutes ago. And Micah popped in for a second, but we couldn't hear what he was saying, and then he just left.
And we just made fun of him severely.
Bo. Well, I guess we both made fun of him until he left. So
has Toxic Micah returned?
Yeah, I mean, look at Bo's shirt.
I fucking love that shirt. I really do. Oh my god.
Nice.
It was also the logo for
episode like the episode I was in Mississippi for.
It was like 20-something
episode in Mississippi. I remember editing that at the liquor store that my buddy works at. I'm sorry I sound like I'm dying here. But I have allergies, but yeah, I remember editing that and having to download this thing on my phone, and I was like, how do I get the VGM logo SDO? Yeah.
Episode 31.
31. Mm-hmm.
Which that logo was made by, which we talked about last time, but Bo just screenshotted Micah on the stream like that, and just
we had him up on my laptop, and we were just dicking around at the end of the night after a pay-per-view. What pay-per-view was it?
Double or Nothing 2021, I believe.
I gotcha.
Yeah, and then just slapped the Toxic on it, and then it really took on a life of its own.
Slapped it. I like
slapped it. Slapped it. Yeah.
What were you?
Slapped it.
So you two boys were just streaming, eh?
You just
we had a nice little show.
Yeah. What was you were talking about? What was it? 15 wrestlers that AEW should build around.
Well, it was supposed to be 10. Okay. And Justin did about 20. So Justin took every spot.
20 on there.
And put 2 wrestlers.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing we could do. I would have loved to do that.
Well, why don't you guys give us a little preview here? Obviously, you don't need to spoil them all, but I would love to hear about 1 or 2 of the ones you talked about, because I saw some in the graphic and I'm like, ooh, I like it.
Justin, rip your top 3. Justin, go ahead, man. I'll rip my top 3.
And it was, to be clear, it was no former or current world champions, right?
World, women's, or tag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, where were they?
For me, it was so hard to originally try to even put it into 10. So and there was people that I was looking at, and I'm like, I could kind of put these guys the same number here because they should be on this list the whole time. But my top 3 ended up being Takeshita. Because dude's a fucking absolute
unit.
I love it. I love Takeshita, dude. I put Kyle O'Reilly at number 2, and then I had.
I forget he's in there. Good Lord! Like, where the
it.
hell's he been? Has he been hurt?
He's been hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you
then
said
I ended with Adam Cole at 1. So, because I was just, that guy can absolutely be the face of that company. Just give him that. Like I said, I think he's absolutely going to be the one to dethrone MJF. It's just going to be sometime down the line. But when it does, Adam Cole being the face of that company, he's already been the face of ROH. He's been the face of NXT. Like, he can absolutely be the face of AEW.
I love it. And yeah, I think, we kind of talked about MJF's future opponents, and I think we touched on Cole, but we were obviously talking a lot about Hangman because, that match is something they have stayed away from other than in the first few months for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. So that's coming soon. I don't think Hangman's going to be the one to beat him, but I think Cole is a pretty good call. Full Gear-ish, maybe, give MJF about a year or so. I mean, I was fucking praying that Danielson was going to win, even though knowing that he wasn't. But was anyone else got when he busted out the yes chance for the first time and he hit that? I was literally losing, like, oh my God, he's going to do it. Oh my God. Like, just going fucking nuts.
There was so many moments in that match where I would like jumped up. And it's like, I think the only time I've ever physically, like, even it involved Brian, was his match with Brock at Survivor Series. When he hit him with that low blow and hit him with the knee, I popped up out of my seat at that near fall. Like, and I was like, he's going to beat him. He's going to fucking beat him. And I jumped up and he freaking kicked out. And I was like, I jumped up for fucking nothing, but holy shit.
That was me in that. I remember like my buddy Dan was sitting to the left of me and I like fucking grabbed his arm or something. I'm like, ah! Oh my God. Yeah, so good. So Tim, first off, fucking love your selections. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, everyone knows how I feel about Takeshita. I've been on him since 2019, and I truly believe he is one of the best wrestlers in the world, bar none. Kyle O'Reilly's the fucking man. So underrated. If anyone hasn't seen his match with Kushida from the 2016 Best of the Super Juniors final, scale breaker. Unbelievable shit. And then, what else is there to say about Adam Cole other than he can do it and he deserves it, and let's fucking see it, baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Especially babyface him, yeah.
Will Gray.
Acknowledge
him. Good to see you, bud. Thanks for coming through. But Timmy, what were your top 3?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say for the title match, we knew MJF was going to win. But fucking Christ, there was something inside of me at some point in that match that actually thought Brian was going to win. And
that's how I was.
Yeah, I mean, it was manipulated as such, man. Like, I think all of us in the room felt that.
Yeah,
that
it was
night.
so good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Bo, the storytelling in the match, like the fucking way it just tugged at our hearts because, who doesn't want Brian to beat that motherfucker? Yeah. Like, we love MJF's cool, whatever, but like, damn, like Brian, get the win, like give him the belt, like let's go. But so that was incredible. It was emotional. I do want to say from the list, from the 3 of us, Willow made all 3 of our lists.
Oh, nice.
So big props to Willow. Takeshita made all 3 of our lists. So big props to Takeshita. Swerve made all 3 of our lists. Coming in at number 2 on Jeremy's list. That high. And I think that may have been all 3 are the only ones who came on our list. For me, the top 3, they're really interchangeable, right? They're all kind of different. My number 1 was Adam Cole. But if I'm doing a show, I'm not going to have the same number 1 as somebody. So, like I said, the top 3 are all interchangeable. So I went with number 3, Adam Cole. And then I was like, well, if Justin's going to do it, I'm going to do it. So I went with number 3, former NXT Black and Gold champions. So I went Adam Cole, Malachi Black, and Keith Lee. So I'm a huge proponent of Keith Lee. Justin had Keith Lee on his list earlier in the same column as Swerve, of course, because God forbid if Justin had anyone on their own fucking number. Just kidding, brother. But I took Keith Lee. I threw him on there. Dude, Keith Lee is the fucking man. I'd love to see what they actually do with him. We all almost had Ricky, Hobbs, Lee, and Swerve on our list. So those 2 tag teams, we almost had him, but Justin didn't have Ricky on his list. So that was kind of
What about just this fucking talent that we're listing off here?
And we couldn't even get we couldn't even like get. I had more people I couldn't get on those.
I thought I could have sworn you would have mentioned your boy Wardlow. I know
I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. So number 3 ends up being Adam Cole, and then I added those other guys just to get them. Like,
I thought that was
no. That's number 3. Number two, Ricky fucking Starks. All right, that dude is everything in the ring, on the mic, on commentary. His style, he is sexy as fuck. He can go do media calls. He can do anything. But he's a Cody guy, and I think he might end up leaving the company because he's a Cody guy. But number 1, like I said, all 3 are interchangeable. They're all very different. One very small guy, one guy who's fucking everything, and one guy who is everything. Big, beefy, sexy, juicy. I would drink his fucking sweat, but they fucked up with him 9 months ago, dude. Number 1 is Wardlow. He could have been world champion already. They fucked up him so bad, dude. Everything, the haircut, I don't even like him anymore. Like, he's not even sexy anymore. The haircut ruined him. They ruined him. All right. The thing with Joe ruined him. The fucking win, the loss. Yo, War Daddy is everything. Okay. He should have just got the title 9 months ago. He needs to go heel now. They need to turn him heel to get him reinvigorated.
Couldn't agree
for
more.
The crowd to return him, and 18 months from now, maybe get the belt. Or like when Ricky maybe wins it, squash Ricky or something and make the crowd hate him. I don't fucking know. But they had Dave Bautista right in front of them, and they did nothing with it. Tony, give me the pencil. Fuck.
Tim King, ladies and gentlemen. Tim King, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, War Daddy, my number 1. Yeah,
there's some power behind that man.
As Ivan would say, nipple mania, baby.
We almost all had Daniel Garcia, but the fact that he's already basically on TV a lot with Jericho and them, and
like Wheeler Yuta, like him and Wheeler Yuta occupy that same spot. I think
they were my 10, Bo. I had them together because I said you can't do one without the other.
They are.
They're definitely my 10.
They used to say antithesis. One's got like the blonde hair, one's got the dark, and one's in the jazz and the pomp and circumstance. The other's like Black Bull Combat Club. I bleed all the time.
They're going heel. They're going heel now.
But the fact because of he's already on TV most of the time, and the fact that they basically killed all the interest you had in Daniel Garcia, how it was like we're telling this fantastic story of he's gonna probably leave, and he's having these fantastic matches with Brian, and he's like this close to leaving, and then he's just like, yeah, but Jericho and Friends is better because apparently I like to be irrelevant. And I'm like, what the fuck, Garcia? Really?
Justin,
Justin,
can we just raise our glasses and our drinks to the Brainbuster boys in 100 though for the invite to be here? My God, thank you so much. My guys,
my water.
Appreciate it.
But this is my Woodford Reserve, everybody.
I got some dope here.
Reserve it straight for you all.
Thank you. I was going to ask you a question to cap off your rant, and it's going to lose a little luster now because you're not fucking hot. But
give him time.
I've got one question for you. Where the fuck is Miro?
Yeah, that's.
Who is Miro? No,
where the fuck is he been?
No, Carmen San Diego. You know these days, man. You know,
where in the world is Miro San Diego?
Miro.
Right. It's not even where anymore. It's who is Miro.
I mean, it's been so long.
Who the fuck is Miro? I don't know who he is. I don't know who Miro is. Do you know who Miro is? I don't know who he is.
Happy Rusev Day.
Hey, fellas,
at least he's got a hot wife.
Take off.
All right, dude.
All right, Diesel. Thanks again, man.
Nice to meet you.
Congratulations on 100.
Thank you,
baby.
Love the background again.
I did it for you.
The brain, baby. And Mean Gene.
Yeah. That's from Put That Cigarette Out.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I have this one specifically still saved to my computer.
Is that our episode 50 logo?
It was. It was meant to be like the Let It Be for the Beatles, but for them, if they were the Beatles, you know.
You guys have a great rest of your episode, and tell Tom I say hi.
I hope he comes through, and hopefully we'll see you down the line, buddy.
Yeah, for sure, buddy.
Sounds good.
Bye, Diesel. Nice meeting you, bro.
Bye.
See Diesel.
That's a good dude right there.
That's a good
I'm
dude.
glad I got to meet him. I've heard the name 672 times, so that's cool.
Yeah. I filled
I
my
love your
truck up
shirt.
with him.
I got the same one.
Yeah, it just came in the mail. First piece of mail I got at the new house. So
congrats on the move, bro. Congrats.
You guys ever planning on going back story time, like story wise, like with your show again? Like,
we were talking about that earlier.
We are. It's just finding the right time and just kind of the upping the ante with the editing and the writing and the performances and everything. But yeah, we will.
Now that we're together,
now that we're doing a show with that stuff, because it's so much fun, especially coming from a guy who originally was just bouncing back and forth, didn't have his own show, nothing like that, ain't never barely stepped foot on a freaking podcast before. And you guys had me come in and do your guys' show, and it was just like fell right into it, and it was just like it's so much fun to do your guys' show because it's just like it's
love you.
I love you.
What about the Star Trek V of podcasts?
The amount of time we say that it's like the Star Trek V of podcasts.
Star Trek V. We might have to review Star Trek.
I can hear that in my head like all the time.
That's the one with the cat with 3 boobs, and when Lieutenant Uhura like takes her clothes off and like waves like literally like 50-year-old Nichelle Nichols, God rest her soul, takes these fans off and does like this like nudie show, like you don't see anything, but to like distract the bad guys, so like Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock can like go do the thing, and Dr. McCoy.
Just back to that, obviously what we were doing is all audio, but like I can visually see myself walking into the studio with Bruce Pritchard and Bo talking about fucking Star Trek.
That's what I was doing the whole time. Every time I'd listen to an episode, and I'd just be like, just put this scene together in your head as you're sitting here listening to it. Yeah. It's like Brett walking into the room. Here's Bruce Pritchard walking into the room. It's like, here's Vince driving a fucking 18-wheeler going psychotic, like
eating a bowl of chili.
Like, so good.
No, we'll do it again here soon. We'll do it.
Yeah,
again.
I mean, obviously,
sorry, the foot's been off the gas with it. I will say, but we'll get back to it.
Well, we did the Origin, which was a huge 2-parter, but not like the extended Turner arc or the Goldman arc. Which, shit, it's been like a year and a half almost since the Goldman arc ended. But yeah, I mean,
that's good story wise on your show though. You had the Book of Turner, you had the Goldman stuff, you had it just. So good, dude.
The Vince showdown at the CNN Tower.
Yeah, we'll bring it back. I really I really appreciate hearing all the just all the stuff we put into it and all the participation. It was just the collective effort.
Well, and what was so fun about it too was like seeing you, seeing Diesel, seeing Chad, Micah, Derek, like on a weekly basis for. What, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it might be. Tim, I don't know. Have you listened to any of our like storyline stuff that we're
I'm not gonna lie. No.
Yeah, it's pretty wacky.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. You were one of the people who came in after it. Yeah. If you dig into we'll dig into old BBB, listen to episode 1 and just blast from the past and just see kind of where it goes from there, because it kind of really went from a crawl to a walk to a run to a sprint pretty quickly.
Do you guys have specific story episodes or?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, go back and pop on fucking 14 itself is a work of art.
Yeah. 7 through 20 is one continuous one. Then the Goldman
and
one
20.
is in the 30s and 40s, and then we've kind of and then we've kind of stopped and done little sprinklings of it. But no, we'll bring it back. We most definitely will.
We had a whole arc where we had a show within our show, and like we were coordinating interviews for this fake show that was happening on our show, and like I was playing Jim Cornette or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
It was so good. It's so good, dude. Like, it's awesome. Like, if you're just like, I expect to come in here and listen to a podcast, but all of a sudden I'm getting a story now in the middle.
It's like an audiobook.
Yeah. That was kind of how we looked at it. But man, I really, we'll definitely bring it back.
And again, now that we're together in the same city, I think that will just allow for more brainstorming and the lot. I mean, obviously, we're just going to be together more. So
I'm still amazed you guys never had that with story looking for the cocaine and you got it out of Repo Man. And here I am expecting you to throw me off and say that Graham had the cocaine here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm convinced.
Yeah, having to ask Graham for cocaine, that was certainly interesting. And Joe Koff, Ring of Honor executive Joe Koff. Hey, Joe, I know you're like a good guy, but do you happen to have any cocaine?
And then we asked Graham. I think Graham was the first person you asked. Good old.
Yeah, Tim, there was a whole scene in a theater where I'm frantically running around to different people asking them for cocaine to give to this agent figure to get him to spew some truth on a live mic, and the Repo Man ended up giving it to me.
This is probably going to be a stupid question, but were you actually walking around the theater?
It's just
all scene building. You know,
it's like an audio.
Okay.
Like it's kind of the way to describe. But yeah,
the problem is because I could see you walking around the movie theater asking random people.
That was during the awards, and it was so fucking funny because it's like you guys gave Chris Dees an award, which was fucking hysterical.
For most toxic podcast. It's my wrestling.
Thank
podcast.
you. Good. All right. I was like, I was about to say
we broke the fourth wall with that one big time.
Remember
that one too? It was so
fun.
fun.
It was going to be specifically devoid for obvious reasons.
Yeah, and they were like,
let's just give it to Chris Dees.
Yeah, let's just do it because we've been ripping on him for a long. Remember whenever we interviewed Danny Limelight? Whenever we were like, "Hey, we're going to interview Danny Limelight," everyone woo. And then Chris Dees like sends us a DM immediately. And he's like, "Yo, he didn't fucking pay me any money." You know, like like
the boys. The boys.
Yeah, just try to try to thunderstorm on our parade.
What about how every single person hated that guy?
Nick. Recently, like 4 months ago, I forgot who he interviewed. This motherfucking jizz bitch goes and comments on it like it's something stupid like. Fucking, I did that interview like 9 months ago or something. I want to go through the screen and just fucking clobber him, dude.
He's
Nick just like
worst.
goes and like blocks him or something, and I'm just like, dude. I used to be in like fucking messages with him. I don't hate many people in the community. You know,
you're not alone here.
I hate that dude. I wanted to fucking. That's why when I see Justin retweet his shit, I'm like, don't retweet that. Bitch's
I'm
shit.
sorry, okay?
He's never still out there.
He does gaming now because the wrestling community booted him. Right. So he switched and made a new community and bought 9,000 followers on YouTube and buys all fucking jizz.
That's the thing. I've never had an issue with the guy, so that's why I don't really like.
You don't have an issue with anybody, but he's a fucking cocksucker.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the Danny Limelight thing, I don't know. I mean, it's just been kind of.
We would just watch from afar. Like we never.
He just fucking went at George not long ago, and it pissed me off. He said he fucking like some shit about his daughter and other stuff, and I wanted to go through the screen and fucking just again what I just fucking did on my hand. I was because I like people, like good people, like George and you, like.
Yeah, he's not one of those.
He's not a good person.
No,
I don't like that shit. And I saw it, and it pissed me off because I forgot he existed. And then I fucking remembered it.
I kind of forgot until Justin just said something.
Yeah. The George shit just pissed me off. Yo, if you got a problem with it, send him a PM or something, bitch. You know, fucking go put a fucking message out there and then delete it like a bitch. Then you delete it like a pussy. At least leave it out there if you're going to be a cunt. Sorry, guys. It's your one.
Welcome to this edition of Tim King After Dark on the Brainbuster Boys.
The reasoning for canceling his podcast was fucking stupid. Like, he was literally like, he went on a whole fucking tirade about how he was like, nobody listens to the show, this, and that. And I'm like, dude, really? Like, I don't get shit where it's the listeners, but I still do the fucking show because I love doing it. You're just like, I just want people to fucking just go out there and listen to the show. And I'm like, bro,
what was his former
I
co-host?
apologize for my aggressiveness.
Stuart Lawson.
Stuart Lawson.
I've got the tweet pulled up right now. You want to read it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Here it comes.
So
There's an all-timer.
this thing is in our Lord, June 23rd, 2021.
This is Stu Lawson tweeting, right?
Yeah, 9:29 a.m. Dear PWCDs, in regards to yet another tweet about me, you are the most toxic person here. You call people all the names under the sun and constantly troll accounts, shows that you don't care about mental health. The quicker you realize your urethra problem, the better. Bye. No, we had that memorized like a couple of years ago. I had to dust that off.
Every name under the sun. That was the part I knew was coming.
I actually just liked that and retweeted it.
Yeah. You don't care about
sort of a feud, right? Like a blood feud on Twitter. I remember watching it go down.
Yeah. we loved watching it. Yeah, like that's the thing. We would just see it and just fucking laugh about it. And that tweet specifically, like we fucking loved.
Dear I love you guys. I love you guys so
Stuart
much.
Lawson's always in the tweets like, "Oh man, what's your favorite MCU movie?" You know, mine's like, like not to knock on the, I've seen like plenty of the MCU, but like always those like real baity tweets, like
Dude,
was Michael Jordan really good at basketball?
But yeah, Tim, back to what Justin said. We had a podcasting awards called the Okerlund Awards in our show. And we gave Chris D's most toxic podcast. And me playing Jim Cornette was the host of the show. And it was fucking wild.
He was Cornette.
That sounds
I got to play Bruce Richard. Fucking Chad's got the most amazing Vince McMahon fucking impression I've ever heard in my life. Like
Diesel was our Triple H.
Where we took that Vince character was wild too, man. We just let that thing fly.
Vince. And then Addy, my roommate, he played a very small bit part in one of those episodes when Vince was like talking really loud.
No. It's where I go into the restroom at the Erkelands and I'm clandestinely calling those guys to those hitmen to come beat up Greg Goldman. I'm like on my last thing. I'm really mad and upset. And I hear Vince comes into the bathroom and you hear his voice just echo throughout the entire place. Like, oh, that's Sami Zayn. I like him. Da, 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 da. And then Addy busts out of the stall door and he's like, "This is a public restroom. Why are you talking?
Why are you talking so loud?"
And we recorded that game whenever the Bengals lost to the Jets.
Bengals lost to the Jets in 2021 was Mike White threw for 450 yards and 4 TDs.
I remember that.
And then somehow we ended up going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, somehow.
Fucking classic. Yeah, the Okerlunds is like a two-parter. You could just listen to those two specifically and pretty much get what was going on. And it's goddamn it. I need to listen to some of those again. They're so fucking good.
No, I need to go back into that. Write a
good
good
old
script or something like that.
Tim, I'll send you the key story ones, and like I said, it's just like an audio book. So don't think of it like you're listening to a podcast, but just hey, if you. I'll zone out and put it on when I'm sleeping or trying to sleep.
And many of them, there's a few of them we engineered to listen to in headphones where we had sound spinning out the left and the right, just kind of trying to create a 3D sound environment. So it's best listened to in headphones, but not particularly.
They're pretty special for sure. And I mean, definitely what sets us apart from other wrestling podcasts, of course, is that storytelling aspect of it. And I mean, the reason we don't do it more, frankly, is it just takes a lot of fucking time and brain power, and he's got to write the shit, and then the editing is very laborious.
And between
put that cigarette out.
In between this time this year and this time last year, I just have a lot more going on with work. That makes it a bit more challenging, but no, hell, this is motivated me to do it tenfold. I will say it's been so nice hearing this, and just talking about and revisiting this, and just the the collective sharing of enjoyment.
Those were some of the most fun days we've had doing the show, even though it was a ton of fucking work and long hours, but and the reward, especially for you who wrote it all, I kind of just played a little part, but
Yep.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
One of my favorite things.
You should send me all those story episodes. That sounds
No, we
great.
will. And like
will.
I like to write some parts for some different. See if
If you want to be a
or
character, Tim.
and like I don't know.
Sorry,
I can
Justin.
punch people.
Justin, I know you were about to say something. And you got cut off.
Please, yeah.
I said I always loved when Bo would always call Raw a rodeo too. That was my favorite thing. Just play the country music in the background too. Just
that's going to be in the first part of this episode. The audio for this whole episode is going to come out the end of this week. It'll probably be like 4 hours. But so we were together last night editing and started popping in sound effects, and it's going to be like a very old school BBB audio episode.
Yeah. So. I imagine the editing will be in the beginning in Revolution. I imagine this part will kind of
we'll just let
it too much.
Because that'd just be a lot of time. But yeah, the Revolution, we got about 38 minutes through part 1, and you remember the old weather alert sound there? Like that's coming back. Yeah, a lot of the classics.
Barnyard sounds.
Gunshots. Oh man,
you can probably put a lot of audio noises over a lot of the things I've said since I've been on. So if I heard a Tim King After Dark reference, I'm like, oh shit.
Your whole rant would just be gunshots and like, that mother, that bang and that bang.
Hey man, I call it jizz a jizz when I see a jizz. A spade a spade, a jizz.
A cum.
Yeah, jizz. That's you have hearts, spades, diamonds, jizz.
Jizzes.
Jizzes. Sure. Yeah, it's the 5th suit in cards. Secret. No one talks about it. No one talks about it.
Oh shit. Well, yeah. You guys got anything else on your mind?
No, I got nothing, man.
Tell us about the Bloodline Entertainment Network. I mean, obviously, I
please.
know about it, but you gave a very brief plug earlier. But why don't you talk about it a little more in detail here? What you got going on?
Yeah, man. We got a lot going on. A lot of podcasts over on the YouTube right now. We got about 10 shows, and we're gonna keep growing. Sports and wrestling right now. We got my show, we got the Tim King Show. With that comes Roto Slappers. So if you like fantasy sports, fantasy football, fantasy baseball, my boy Streets is doing an impeccable job. Man. Yeah, if you like ranking, like if you're into fantasy football, baseball, check it out for sure. There's Circle of Debate. Ivan always does his thing. With that comes the New Japan Show as well. Me, him, and Bakley been doing that. It's been fun.
Which I'm definitely going to get in on it for sure.
Brett, would love to have you for sure. We're doing a great time there. The Wrestling DeLorean, Mr. 5 fucking day. De Niro, my guy, goes 5 days a week, dude. He breaks down Raw, Impact. He goes ROH, and he goes Raw, Impact, EC Dub, ROH, and he's got fucking SmackDown. He went back to the original SmackDown, first SmackDown. He's got the second SmackDown coming this week, Mr. 5 days, dude. You got Top Rope Wrestling Talk every Friday. You got the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast every Friday. And the MMA podcast we got Wednesday night. So we're doing good stuff there. That's just on the YouTube. You can find it on audio as well. But the website's what I do. I run the website. It's fucking dope.
That's where you can find me.
Yeah, dude. That's where I'm gonna put my boy over right here, dude. Brett does amazing stuff. He has wrote, it's like 22 cumulative pages of
I need to get back to it. I'm through like 73 or 4. It's just been a while since I've gone back to it. But
it's insane the amount of writing that you've done. But you can go there and you can check it out. You can check out his top 100 match or from 200 to 100 matches right now of 2022. And you get a full description and everything. You get some video highlights as well. He does amazing stuff. Plus, he does a weekly top 10 match ratings. I'll spoil it, just like Justin in our fucking show earlier. It's more than 10. You usually get like 12 or 14.
Yeah, sometimes some honorable mentions in there.
A lot of honorable mentions. Plus, he gives you a nasty, sick write-up with it as well. In addition, we got a bunch of good stuff. We do sports stuff, top 10 list. Brett helps.
You have it's way more than me. There's so much written content on there too.
Oh yeah, we have. The written content's amazing. We do drafts. So like Brett helps us with the drafts as well. So we'll do like 6 of us will draft 5 guys and we'll have Twitter voted out. throw that kind of stuff on there. Lance does amazing. Dave, his alternate name, whatever it is, does amazing written stuff on there. Like if you like baseball teams, he has 7 in a series called Franchise Greats right now. Braves, Brewers, Angels, Rangers. They're like just like Brett, like 7 fucking pages on this team. He puts together their top 25 players, lineups. We do my guy Peter, fucking goddamn the mock draft guy. He's got like he is so good, dude, at everything he does. He did a live show yesterday, dude. This other kid he's coming on board. This fucking kid, I don't even know his name. J-Wack is what we call him, dude. 18 years old. He's impeccable with his content.
Oh, wow.
His football content. And him and Peter, ironically, did a show yesterday. I want to put a weekly football panel show together with them. They did a show yesterday. We're talking about bringing that over live to the network. We're talking about things. I don't want to go too far into detail, but like we're doing big stuff. The website's fucking dope. Just there's so much sports, so much wrestling, so many podcasts. I'd like to bring Brainbuster Boys podcast onto the website as well.
We would like that.
We would love that. Yeah, we would love to have that.
Yeah, and I'd like to do other things with Brainbuster Boys as well, but I got things I need to talk about with my crew and shit. And I'd like fucking the other show. I forget the name of it. Yo, your boy, the fuck is his name? I'm so sorry I'm so many names, dude. I follow him on Twitter. I like his shit all the time. He fucking does your partner. What's his name on the other show?
JCB.
Yeah, yo, he is an awesome follow on Twitter, dude.
Oh, he fucking tweets about like every single match he watches.
Guys,
yeah, I envy him so much. Yeah.
I'd like to like get that on the website as well. Like we got all these like different dope fucking podcasts. Like if you're an NFL person, NFL draft stuff, Peter is ripping it. Player profiles for 27 different players on there. He did mock drafts where there's 22 teams on the website right now. He does. Like I said, yesterday he did a live free agent breakdown. He's got another one coming Saturday, predictions shit.
So you sound like you're getting
awesome stuff on there. Top 57 players who never win a Super Bowl.
You're getting multiple articles and podcasts every single day here.
Every day.
Yeah,
yeah it's
awesome.
It's dope. Yeah, bloodlinenetwork.com. Bloodlinenetwork.com. Bloodlinenetwork.com.
Yes,
and it's just we're just at the like I was going to say precipitous, but I don't think that's the right word. Precipitous. We're just at the beginning of what is to come, both on the audio side of things, but especially on the website of things as well. So bloodlinenetwork.com. And I'm lucky enough that I got a bunch of amazing people around me too, like your articles and great podcasts. And yeah, it's hot, man. I'm excited. And I hope to, like I said, Brainbuster Boys in the future doing things on bloodlinenetwork.com.
I mean, he can write circles around me. So yeah.
I want to give props to Bakley too. I'm so sorry. I left Bakley out. Bakley, his
Mr. News.
Mr. News. Don't want to take away from him. Bakley does big things, dude. Huge promoter of the website. Fucking, he writes. He does his UFC stuff. Big props to Bakley.
I just basically include him in Circle of Debate. Pretty much.
Yeah, right. He's included in everything because he does everything.
So I mentioned this on the Twitter thread earlier, but when we were editing last night, like he had said congrats in the live stream, and I said I acknowledged him as Mr. News, and then we popped in a breaking news like audio.
Yeah, we did.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it was fun. Oh, is it still on my bar? Yeah, it's still on. Right.
Yo. I don't know though. My head's fucked up right now, and I'm a little buzzed. But I don't know if I remember if I mentioned the Universal Wrestling Podcast when I was spinning it. Universal Wrestling Podcast. Nick does like everything for the website. He does fucking all the graphics. He does our daily graphics for our fucking podcast, dude. He fucking runs our schedule, dude. He's our program director, dude.
He did we had a banner.
He did this, which is currently over us right now.
He made that without me asking. He's like, "Here, I'll set you guys up for the stream." I'm like, "You're the fucking man."
Yeah. I don't remember if I mentioned Universal Wrestling Podcast, but I will give Nick his own special shout out.
Well, we are all the Universal Wrestling Podcast.
Correct. I always gotta remember to make sure I plug everything up. Nick is like my tag team partner with this. Like, if I didn't have Nick, it would be a lot harder than it is, dude. I got fucking Uso that shit up with him for sure.
Well, I appreciate you giving me the platform for writing, and yes, we certainly would love to be involved collectively with this show and whatever else. And yeah, I love what you're doing. I think you got great people behind it, and yeah, just the content is frequent and good, and I think that's very important. So keep killing it, my man.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. And it's, again, I don't never put myself over, man. It's all about everyone around me, man. That's it.
Well,
For
I'll
sure.
put you over, and I'll put you over in the bedroom too.
That big nice hog. Sign me up, baby. Sign me up, daddy. Daddy.
Oh shit. Well, I guess we'll wrap things up here. Thank you guys for coming on. For real.
Yeah,
This
thanks a
was
lot.
awesome.
Yeah. I
Thanks
can't wait
to everyone that came on before this. Diesel, Derek, Micah,
Tom
even though he was on
there,
for a
yeah.
second. Tom unfortunately didn't pop on video, but we
Oh,
love
he did
you.
not. He sent the message. He did.
Yeah, he was working, but yeah, Tom's the fucking man.
High five, Tom.
Well, we just heard all about Tim and the Bloodline Entertainment Network. Justin, where can we find you and your wonderful show?
You can find me on Twitter, JustinTime211. You can follow my co-host, my brother, at JeremyInTime721, In Time Wrestling Podcast. We are not on every platform, but we are on a bunch of different platforms. Find the show and listen to it. Catch up on the old episodes right now, because again, show's been on a really long hiatus. A lot of personal stuff going on here. But again, I've said it on Tim's show. I've said it on multiple other shows. Just because we're on the hiatus right now, it does not mean the show is going to be gone. We will be back, and it is an 1,000% guarantee.
Hell yeah. And I mean,
Yes,
you two both have been all over the Bloodline Entertainment Network recently, it appears. And I was thinking, because I was actually watching a bit of one of your live shows, I think it was Saturday, and we were together, and I had it up on my phone. I'm like, oh, yeah, Tim, Justin, and Jeremy are live. And he's like, oh, that's Justin's brother. I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess Bo and Jeremy haven't met, have they?
No, we haven't. Yeah, no, I saw you.
Not
both
like
there.
in an official setting. So we'll have to get him on here soon.
Yes.
Oh, like I said, I love your guys' show, Tim.
Thank
you. Know I love yours. I love, just like I said, you've seen the Follow Friday, you've seen all the shows I support. Like, I love all those guys, and you guys are always going to be included in that. Everybody in the UW pod, like, love you guys all. So.
Yeah, and we love you and thank you.
We love you all.
You were like one of our earliest, first big supporters that like we started noticing every week. Like, damn, this Justin guy, like every week will set, quote tweet and say something.
I mean, it was about as early as like this Justin guy quote tweeted us is like, oh yeah, this Greg Goldman guy. Who's this?
Yeah, it was right around that time.
like it was around
Greg
the same
Goldman
time. Man.
Must be stopped. And then in the end, it was support Greg Goldman.
Yeah, you didn't know what to think, man.
But for real, thank you so much, Justin. And yeah, we look forward to many, many more times. And Bo, before we get out of here, you got anything else on your mind here as we wrap up 100?
Well,
turn the page.
Number one, I just thank you all for like coming on and just obviously like elevating us and just making what we do just that much more enjoyable and joyful and like connecting to other people. And it's been great reminiscing about the stories, and I can promise you that ones are coming up soon. But yeah, I guess I got a date with the first 4 on True TV after this. So
to 100 and to hundreds more for you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm just going to piggyback on what Bo said. Like, my favorite thing of doing this whole show, aside from getting to work with him, is the relationships and people I've met. And Tim, you in person, Nick, Bakley, Diesel, Chad, Tom, like Micah, Derek, like getting to meet everyone, JCB, the in-person shit is awesome. But beyond that, like Justin, I feel like we've met a million times because we've done this 50 times plus. So hopefully one day we'll get to meet in real life as well. But yeah, I mean, I've said before, I had one friend in my life before this that I could talk wrestling with on this level, and that was Azar. And now I have 50 plus, that I could reach out to at any time or hop on a show with or whatever it may be. And wrestling's fucking awesome, and I love you guys. And just thank you for everything. This is
for real
great.
Yeah, love you all.
Let's end this son of a bitch.